Wednesday morning, everybody. We are back for another WhaleWatch with my co-host Jay-Z and our little homie in the background.
Hello,
Tucker.
the homie in the background.
I didn't even notice. I didn't even notice the red on the headphones before. Was I just blind?
Probably.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, absolutely.
Most likely.
Checks out. Just like yesterday when I opened that call position to swing and got it for $30 more expensive than the original fills were. But hey, we got out for $18 profit on that.
You must be blind seeing the trades you take, you know.
Yeah. So everybody,
we did a little making some rude comments in the morning. We'll warm up our brains a little bit.
But hey, welcome back. If you're new, what we do here is we trade flow using the Unusual Whales programs and tools. I mostly am a scalper using Periscope, which is market maker gamma exposure. Jay-Z is a flow bro. He does a little more degen stuff than I do, but I'll be damned if they don't work. Today, we have a special guest joining us in a few minutes, so stick around. We're going to have a third opinion on flow today, and maybe we'll take some trades with him as well. We'll do that a little bit later. But to start us off, just stay tuned. We might lose Jay-Z in the middle because he broke his brand new computer yesterday. We'll see what happens with that.
Come on, man.
Yeah, I know.
I got put on my blast a little bit.
Yeah,
he was like, "Oh, it wants some macaroni," and he just poured macaroni.
Yeah. Usually it's me who breaks
I
it.
forgot the cheese, man. I forgot the cheese.
But all that said, how are things going, Tucker? How are things going, Jay-Z? What you guys got going on?
I'm doing great. A couple weeks ago, I came in the chat. You said, "Hey, Tucker, come up with a random topic," and I said, "It is time to purchase your Avatar Fire and Ash tickets." And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? 2 days. Tomorrow, actually, I will be seeing that film, so it is a good day.
Oh, you actually bought the tickets?
Of course I did. The movie comes out.
I don't know, man. I liked the first Avatar, but it's basically Pocahontas, but way more expensive, right?
You gotta watch Way of Water, dude. Second one's awesome.
I haven't even seen the second one. I imagine the water animations are insane. That had to be really difficult to make because water's really hard to do.
It's the best, dude. It's the best. But anyway, I don't need to plug Avatar. Like, it's gonna make $2 billion. Like, I'm not worried about that. I'm just excited. I love those movies, so I get to see that tomorrow.
All right, chat. Let us know how the volume is. Sometimes I'm too loud or they're too quiet. I think I have it balanced.
I think
if I'm
good.
Wrong, I can deal with it, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Hey, how you closed them BEs, Nick?
Yeah, I took it off right away.
Okay, good.
I told you, dude, that fill I got was so bad. I basically
going?
got it on that pop, so we did fine. We got a whopping $18 out of it.
Congratulations.
So it's not bad. So here
Don't
at the
spend
top.
it all in one place?
Yeah, I think so. I'm probably gonna buy like more cold medicine because I can't breathe.
Jesus.
But I'm gonna flip over to my screen here in a second. We're gonna do a quick little WhaleWatch account update. Let me pop this damn thing open. Go. This is the BE. This is just... I essentially bought it at yesterday's high because I wasn't paying attention when Jay-Z sent me the flow. But we got out. We got out unscathed. Move this down to the corner just so you can actually see it because there's no way for me to zoom in on it. So far, yesterday we had a couple of good SPY scalps. So far, the account is up from our starting value of $1,000 to $2,107. That 07 is pretty contingent on what happens with our current positions that have been getting beat up. Our Nike position, like I said, you guys voted on that one. We're trading it. We're holding it through earnings this time because I don't want to get flashbacks from Oracle where we did a secondary vote to close it and missed out on that entire dump. But we'll keep this one open. It's down. Not a happy position. Our FCX from Monday's show is also down about 26%. Yesterday it was a lot uglier. Yeah, it came back. Yeah. It was down like 56% yesterday. Yeah. But we got a little bit of time on FCX. I'm just going to be keeping an eye on that chart for over the next few days. If I take a loss,
what is the chart looking like on those, actually?
FCX is still in the same range it was. Oh, Tucker's trying to fix his camera. I was so confused what was happening in my peripheral vision. This 4751 JZ, this level, that's where they were coiling below before that pre-market gap up this morning.
Yep.
That was acting as support when we got in. They lost it. It became resistance briefly during the trading day yesterday. And
it's like a little dumpy right now.
It's right back above. My stop will still remain on this on a daily close below 46.81. So if we get close to power hour and we're below this line on FCX,
We're closing.
sorry to say it, I'm taking the loss, but that's okay. We're plugging along, taking it as slow as possible, although I get a little greedy with the SPY scalps some mornings, but that kind of is what it is. What have you got going on the JZ screen?
Nothing right now. As of right now, we have absolutely nothing. I was gonna do this actually and open this up too. As of right now, there is quite nothing in the morning flow. 7 minutes into the day. I did see some hot flow yesterday. Hot is up 18% today. I am looking at this seeming like a kind of like a possible maybe in coming in here. But I think that I don't want to chase this like this person is chasing it.
Plus, that's
just a
expensive as shit.
Yeah, it is crazy.
Now, granted, on
expensive.
like, mid to large size accounts, that's probably appropriate.
Yeah. ULCC was a stock I think I had on one of my custom alerts that came in. Let me double check because I think I don't want to be wrong when I quote that. Yep, ULCC 1219.60, which is closer to the money now. That came in. Don't know how those are doing, and yeah, but right now there's nothing crazy coming in on flow. I mean, flow is like I've been telling everybody, flow has been kind of dead and slow, right?
Yeah.
So
We've got a little bit of a holiday lull, and you can
Yeah.
see it in the volume profile of even like SPY. Like look at the volume profile of SPY yesterday. There's just it's not a whole lot going on.
yeah, normally
on the
I
screen.
take a super
Yeah.
chill pill from September onwards until
Itty
like
bitty
mid January.
comparatively.
It's like my normal chill pill for trading. Try to hit my goals before September. But the reason we're doing this is because I wanted to be there for you guys and to help Nick out with this. So it's been fun. I forgot how slow it does get though during this time of year though. It's pretty brutal.
Yeah, we're in scalping territory.
Yeah, this is like SPY, SPX. This is where you guys need bread and scalping bread and butter come in. Flow is kind of a little bit on the slow side, but
we've caught a couple
not to
decent
say-
ones though.
Yeah,
RR
yeah,
was
I was
good.
about to say.
Oh, it was good. Campbell's
SGML
was good.
SGML was good if you
SGML
didn't
was
sell out.
good.
Oh,
But it-
Campbell's
you know,
was good. Oh, hold on. Oh,
That's
really?
good.
Campbell's. Oh.
Don't say Avatar was good.
Oh, hold on.
You didn't watch it yet.
I think he's giving you shit 'cause you hate
I
Campbell's,
know,
and you
I
just
hate
admitted
Campbell's.
that Campbell's was good.
Oh, hold on. Hold on.
I didn't say. I said SGML was good. I said not.
You said
Campbell.
yeah right after Campbell's though, and we're counting it. It
No.
counts.
You guys
We
just
got him.
twisting my
Next thing we
word.
know, he's gonna be loving Intel too. We're
Nope.
making progress.
No. The one stock you will never get me to trade though is Boeing BA. No
Wait, didn't
chance.
we? I thought we did.
I will never touch that. I will. You can trade it in the WhaleWatch account, but I ain't touching that ever again.
For those of you
but
just
yeah.
coming in, we'll have a special guest joining us in a few minutes here that's also going to be going through flow with us, breaking down some of his filters, kind of going over how he looks at trades as well. Just to kind of branch out so you can see a different face other than our ugly mugs and get kind of a different perspective on the flow. So stay tuned. We'll have that coming up here shortly. In the meantime, JZ, how is your BE doing? Because you got in at a normal price.
Let me check. Yes, I'm using my phone. I know. Don't give me shit for it.
BE itself, I mean, it's still trying to hold this relative area.
We are
support.
currently that contract is currently at a little bit over break even right now. Well,
Oh,
quote
you're down to
unquote, it's-
70 already on it?
No, it's a spread. The bid ask is just the bid is at 50 and the
gotcha,
spread
okay.
the ask is at 110 right now. So it's quote unquote showing me break even, right? So
I don't even remember what 02 is the 118. It's really out of the money, but the reason I was okay with it, and I'm glad I got out for a profit because my fill was just beyond dog shit.
I got majority out.
The flow came in at 70, and I wasn't paying attention because we only had 1 minute, so I just bought it, and I got it at $1, so a 30% premium I paid on it.
Yeah, I was
But,
out majority on those. That's why I was happy with it.
The 118 strike just seems so far away, but on the daily chart, you can see that they were just there. They were just there like a few days ago.
They got smacked. That's
did.
they got smacked big time.
And then on the chart here on the daily, the reason I was okay with it is there's kind of two potential patterns forming here. and one is scary for anyone that's long, but one is really good for anyone that's long. I'm just going to screenshot this so it's easier for me to draw on it. So first off, let's go with what Jay-Z wants to happen. Here is a bottom right here. They wicked right off of that, held it as strong support. There was an area here that gapped up that was support. They held that. They back tested it and held on the daily here. Now, what he wants to happen here, they back test and held that. Why does that happen? Then they came up and rejected, which again, right here, this has been a resistance right around that 120 level. They rejected here on the way up. They rejected here on the way down. That's resistance. But from there, they came down and set a higher low. They're forming a little bit of a W pattern, which if you're familiar with Wickoff, that's what it is. I'm not familiar with Wickoff. I learned after the fact that W is a concept in Wickoff pattern trading, and I am not knowledgeable in that. I just know that when I see a W, I'm willing to risk a long, and my stop would be right below that last low. You don't want it to go below the prior last low. If it does, it's kind of invalidating that beautiful little W. Now, let me Control Z everything away. Why will it not Control Z? There we go. Control Z it away. This is what Jay-Z does not want to see, because it has a little bit of a head and shoulders going here. Right here, the shoulder. Right here, the head. I would have called this the shoulder if they didn't recover it with this W pattern, but you could still consider this a bit of the shoulder, this whole area. If they get below that last low, Jay-Z might have a problem. But so far, so good. Keep an eye on today's daily candle right here. Make sure it doesn't go below that 85 range, and he should be golden to stay in that for a while. But that's kind of how I look at charts. I'm not great at higher time frames, because my time frames with scalping tend to be on the 1 minute to the 3 minute, and that doesn't work very well with stocks. It works for SPY, not as well as it works for futures, but we're doing all right. We're still floating around, up 110% on the account. A lot of it was from scalping, but not all of it. We did hit really nice on that RR trade. We hit good on SGML. No, actually, I didn't. You did. Only you hit good on SGML. Remember, we took the loss on the WhaleWatch account.
Yeah.
That hurt. But yeah, that's what we're looking at with his BE position. Keep an eye on that, though, because it's starting to flirt with that spot.
Yeah. I've set my stops anyway, so if it goes there, it'll
Hey, Mr. EL, to each their own, homie. I use it for scalping, not so much for flow trading, but you can ask Jay-Z if my charting works or not.
It 100% works.
Just real quick, though, there's no one-size-fits-all strategy. I was pretty anti-technical analysis on a chart pretty much until 2 years ago. And then I started doing it more. I started learning levels from your boy Milt. And I'm sorry, man, it adds a whole new angle to my trading. I cannot deny that. But I understand, it is voodoo. It's voodoo. But hey, I'm not going to argue with it because our WhaleWatch account doubled.
I got
we
some.
Did actually
first,
have a
first of
thing
all,
come in from Anthony Sanford.
What do you say?
Dropped it in our
I'm
chat.
already looking at it.
I dropped the link, bro.
It doesn't matter because I already saw it. My gotta be faster. Gotta be faster.
I did it like 10 seconds after he dropped the freaking thing.
It was already open on my screen, my friend. Too late, Tucker. So the NVIDIA 161.9s. We're also getting a lot of CRWV call flow that's coming in too. These looked kind of interesting. 1.9. It's 8% of the money. Someone betting on NVIDIA getting a smack down. Let's take a look and see if I can expand this a little bit more. We have starting off here 52, 41, 47. I would think. Let's see if I can find something. All right, so this is around a 2-minute difference. I don't think I'm pretty sure that this is more than likely the same person possibly. But let's take a look. It's clear on Ask side. Great. It was actually a great tweet by Snorlax this morning that Ask doesn't necessarily mean buy, with a great video I attached on as well on there. That again from Snorlax about Ask not being buy, so just take that with a grain of salt too. But looking at this over here, you can see that it looks like a clear Ask side play. It looks interesting. I'm gonna keep my eyes on this. Let's take a look at how IV is going. IV is kind of increasing, kind of decreasing because of the different fills that people are getting. Nick, what's the chart say for NVIDIA?
Dude, NVIDIA's NVIDIA. Like I don't even know if we really need to chart it. It's going to be tracking with SPY and QQQ right now.
Fair enough.
And right now, I mean, it's not having a good time.
Yeah.
It's moving. It's moving kind of just in tandem. You'll see
SPY.
that with the big ones.
So do
When
you
we add
let
on
me
SPY.
let me
I think
ask you a
SPY
question.
Is also in a downward trajectory today once again. Yeah.
Let me
having a bad time.
let me ask you a question. So, do you think, right, in your mind, I kind of like as a trader when I first started trading too, like when I don't want to trade like SPY and SPX and stuff, I try and look at like stuff like Nvidia to trade to follow suit. So, you think somebody could be following the same like thought process with Nvidia
Could
too?
be, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I don't know that I'd speculate that heavily because there's still a disconnect, but I
Yeah.
do know people will kind of play correlated stocks. Like let's say, for example, go up to your hotbar, your URL bar.
This?
Yeah. Delete all that, and you're gonna type unusualwhales.com/correlations.
Correlation.
2 R's.
This,
CORR. I got you.
yeah, I'm not good at English.
Watch that not be the URL. It wasn't. Delete the S. There we go. Now in that bar at the top there, if you go back up there, type NVIDIA, NVDA, comma, space, SPY. There's a pretty close to 1-to-1 correlation between the two. They move in tandem. And NVIDIA, you know, they're Big Daddy on the block. They have
Yeah.
They have
they
been. And so sometimes NVIDIA contracts can be kind of pricey, and then we'll see like other tech names that are similar, like AMD, Intel, be cheaper contracts. So if you go ahead and type those in as well, just type in after SPY another comma space and INTC, and it should be fairly close still. 1-to-1 with NVIDIA, basically.
Yeah. 1-to-1 with.
Oh no, NVIDIA's 1-to-1 with itself. Actually, scroll down. There's an inverse correlation a little bit. NVIDIA there, INTC there. It's not as good of a tracker as SPY is with NVIDIA. But for those wondering, if you scroll on back up to those boxes, the closer the number is to 1, the more correlated they are. If they're 0 or going negative, they are inverse correlated. The closer to -1, the more inverse they are, meaning one goes up, the other tends to go down. The closer to 1, the more correlated they are. So I would put the Intel and NVIDIA there at 0.21, slightly correlated, but not super correlated.
Not super, yeah.
Yeah, if you hit a
Borderline,
comma, let's
nothing.
throw AMD on there as well. Sometimes people will play similar names. So AMD's a better example. Look at AMD and NVIDIA's correlation.
Yeah,
Damn
0.93.
close to 1. So I'll see, like, if somebody is really bullish on NVIDIA earnings, they might play AMD contracts to see if they kind of track up with it. Which, with NVIDIA specifically, it might not be the best example because NVIDIA just moves markets. As is NVIDIA, so is the market, it seems. Like, it's an ongoing meme and joke that what is NVIDIA going to do to the market today when NVIDIA has earnings?
Yeah.
But yeah, this is kind of a little-known tool. It's really useful, and I would recommend using it. I mean,
Look
just
at
for context.
MU.
Yeah,
Look at MU.
it's a good little thing to have in your back pocket to check things out.
So MU actually has, funny thing, the reason I checked MU is because MU has earnings after hours today.
Oh, do they?
Dude,
Interesting.
they do have. So this
Why
is
don't we?
I wanna
Why don't you go ahead and pop that open? Let's take a look at that. Let's see what they got going on. I'm not playing a second. We already have an earnings play on.
Yeah,
I'm not
fair.
confident in it, so I'm not gonna add another one.
Hold on, right before we do that, CAG 17.5. I'll keep my tabs on this. All right, let's go look at.
Oh no. Oh no. We got
Did it happen?
interneted by
Did it
Jay-Z again. We'll give him just a second.
He's totally frozen.
Yeah, he's dead, Jim. All right, I'm just going to go to my screen.
We're doing it live, guys. This is what happens sometimes, you know?
Oh, let's see if his computer like shut off all the way. Oh no.
Is he
So he
gone?
might not be back for like 5 minutes while we wait for his power supply to stop being a dick.
That's crazy, dude.
So let me flop this over to me, and I'm gonna do a quick little look-see at what Periscope's doing, And then we might bring in our special guest a little early since we lost Jay-Z. But let me pop open some Periscope. There we go. We are just sitting in a negative gamma zone. Interesting enough. They came down. They didn't quite get to positive gamma down at 67.80. They bounced off negative gamma at 6785, which is starting to go more negative. If you're unfamiliar, these little white dots are where that gamma exposure was in the prior 10-minute interval. Right now, we're kind of chopping along in this negative gamma. What somebody who's long wants to happen is they want these red gamma, this negative gamma positioning, to act as acceleration toward that other positive gamma zone. I tend to trade these depending on the size of the exposure. I tend to kind of use them a little interchangeably. If I'm in a trade, like let's say we go up and hit 6,820, I tend to take a short there, betting on them to go back through this. But if they bounce too hard off of any of these negative gamma zones, I tend to exit to be safe because they can accelerate right back up to my stop anyway. But the general too long didn't read of the gamma exposure on Periscope is red acts as potential acceleration, green acts as potential support and resistance. Tucker, if you can pull up the Periscope primer from the Unusual Whales YouTube video and drop that in the chat. I recommend checking that video out. It's by Dan Wagner Co., another homie on our team. Very good video, very informational. I'm not good at taking a car apart, but I can drive the damn thing, and that's basically what I do. I drive the car. I can't dissect it very well. I'm not smart enough. Dan is, and that's why he made that video. It's a really good video. Check it out. I know there's a lot of people in the Unusual Whales Discord that kind of live and die by Periscope, so it's really nice to see these tools get made up. So what I'm going to do is we are going to go ahead and bring on our special guest here in just a moment. I got to unmute him, and I'm actually going to do something different now because I was going to make him replace Tucker's face, but we lost Jay-Z, so I'll replace Jay-Z's face. Boom! Welcome, Anthony. How you doing, man? I got to fix your camera. They can watch me do that.
I'm good, man. How about you?
I'm vibing, dude. I'm sick as shit, but I got the energy, bro.
I know. I'm sick of this weather here.
I gotta make your head smaller. There we go. I made you seem so big, dude. I made you giant for a second there.
Thanks.
But for those who don't know, this is another Unusual Whales trader and affiliate, Anthony Sanford. You may know him from Twitter. He kills it with flow. He's the one that I've been bitching about pretty much every show episode, where we'll ask for tickers and contracts to look at, and he'll be dropping stuff that's worth the total value of our show account all at once with one contract. So what are you up to, man?
Oh, just surviving, man. Trying to survive all this low volume flow. I mean, there hasn't. It's been the last since Thanksgiving, man. It's just been so slow. Like there just hasn't been a lot of really good flow. I mean, I think I had 3 good pieces that I found last week that matched everything that I look for. But I have noticed that
you tend to catch some pretty good momentum flow sometimes.
That's the goal. That's the goal, man.
What just generally, so we give the folks something to look at. What kind of do you look for mostly with your filters?
So filter wise, I mean they're all kind of based off Snorlax's filters mostly. I think everybody's I'm looking for the heavy ask side, or if I'm looking for sell-in premium, I'm looking for heavy bid side. I like to see at least 50,000 in premium. My filters are a little more restrictive. I like to at least see 500 contracts coming in. Like to see that volume greater than open interest. I'm not a big fan of super deep in the money contracts. Anything over 5% to me is kind of little risking it a little bit, just because once the contracts are in the money, that delta expands and that bid ask can get a little funky. So I kind of try to avoid the in the money stuff. A couple percent, not a big deal, but
yeah, I tend to when I'm scalping, oh, we're gonna echo here a little bit. I think I know what it is.
Yeah, I'm not getting any echo personally.
Weird. Oh, I know. Here we go.
It's probably his stream.
It's the stream. Yep.
Yeah.
There we go. There we go. No echo. So I tend to go out of the money with flow trades. So, for example, that BE we took yesterday was like 30-something% out of the money, and it did fine at open. Luckily, I got out before it dropped really sharply. But Jay-Z likes to go really far out of the money. He likes those cheap contracts so he can load up and take like 20% profit on it, and that's perfectly good and fine. A little harder to do with the small account, but we're kind of moving along. With scalping, I tend to do pretty much at the money contracts.
Yeah, and I know you're a Periscope scalper more too. I mean, that's one thing that my goal for next year is to learn more of the Periscope stuff, and watching you guys every week. I mean, it helps a lot,
So
especially in live real time. So.
Yeah, it's fun. They got to see me take a loss yesterday. Finally, I was doing really well with the scalping on the show, and I almost felt bad because I usually have when I'm scalping futures, I have a really low win rate but a high profit rate, if that makes sense, like a 3-to-1 for the profit rate, but I win less than 50% of my scalps because I tend to fish for entries and then ride the move down. I'll add to it and then trim on the way to my target. Can't do that when you have a small account with options. And then there's also the risk of theta decay, the implied volatility dropping as people sell those out. It's more difficult, but we're getting there. So on this filter, I see you've got some stuff coming in for today. Do any of these tickle your fancy? I see there's quite a few multi-legs coming in, specifically on what looks like Bitcoin related names, like that coin spread that popped in, that hood spread that popped in.
Yeah, and I'm not a multi-leg trader. I could care less. I just keep it on there. I like to see kind of everything that's coming in. It's just more data to kind of watch. I was looking at these core weaves, the 130.85 calls. Spots filling at the ask, looks good. Do have some volume on it now though, so kind of got to take a peek. But I believe this was the earlier one that came in here. I didn't like it because you can see how that IV is kind of decreasing as it's coming in there.
Right.
Wider
can you tell
bid
the
ask.
homies? Can you tell the homies about that real quick? Kind of why the decreasing IV gives you pause?
So essentially, with like the IV implied volatility, it's assumed because again, just because it's going up or going down doesn't mean the name's gonna move in your direction. But essentially, with like the IV, if it's increasing, you can assume there's gonna be an implied move to the upside and or downside if it's a put. That's why you see around earnings, you see really spiked IV. So I mean,
Kind of around
that's
those
why you don't.
kind of around those binary events like earnings. The options market will price in a move. So you probably hear Jay-Z and I talk a little bit about the implied move when we're looking at earnings plays. That is developed by the pricing in the options market. And so, if you move outside of that implied move, the options were actually underpriced, and they tend to go up a lot more. That implied volatility will explode. And a little bit the like theory behind IV up, IV down as orders fill. Again, no guarantees in anything whatsoever. When contracts are being bought up, that IV tends to rise as the orders fill. And then the reciprocal is also true. If contracts are being sold vigorously, you might see that IV drop considerably. And then there's also the whole concept of the IV taking a huge tank when earnings comes around, for example, or some other binary event. Like sometimes Apple has those video events, stuff like that. But yeah, it's a good thing to keep an eye on. I tend to not go too gung-ho on contracts that are well over 100% IV, because that means I need significantly more move to profit off of it and less move to lose money off of it. So that's a good point, Anthony.
Just like your till raise.
Yeah,
Your
dude,
till
oh my
raise. I mean, those
God.
things that there was I think a call that came in yesterday before close. The IV was like 350% on it.
Good
I'm like,
God.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
you're
and
just gonna
that's
get crushed on
entirely
something like that.
that's entirely event focused too, right? Like people are buying these contracts up like crazy because of the news going around that Trump's going to finally reschedule cannabis. I'm a believe it when I see it person. These news cycles with cannabis happen every few years. You probably remember me going off in 2022 when people were getting all gung-ho about the MORE Act, and I was like, not so fast. I believe it when I see it. You can play the news cycles, but I personally would not be investing in cannabis until I see legislation with a signature on it. TA Trader says Anthony has a killer Discord and he helps all of us with UW. Yeah, dude, Anthony's killing it, man. And I'm glad to see you guys sharing your trades and shit in there too. Community's huge.
It's and then one more thing about the core weaves too here. Sorry, not to kind of
Yeah,
go
go
back
ahead.
to it, but yeah, I mean you see that spot decrease here at the end too, and that IV continuing to decrease. I mean from that start, I mean it's decreasing and that spot decreases too. So I mean, again, that's a perfect example. I mean it could move up. You never know, but it's you have to kind of like, at least for me, if it doesn't match my rules, I'm gonna avoid it. But again, it could go up here. You just never know fully.
Yeah, there's no such thing as a one size fits all. And honestly, most flow, and I know we say it a lot, I'm gonna say it more. Most flow is noise. Most of it, like the vast majority, it's noise. And so this filter, the unlimited DTE ask side, is this kind of like your main one?
So I usually on lower volume days I'll do 50K. I do like to typically stay 90K and above just to kind of get the bigger whales there. I did share my filters on X. I know Snorlax and Big Blue reposted it too. I could probably go pull it there, but I have my all these filters in here, and then I have my option screener filters to find my hottest contracts of the day and the highest volume contracts of the day too.
So we bring up this page a lot. I'm gonna drop it just in our little call chat here so you can click it. Your stuff is on your Twitter. He's Anthony Sanford on Twitter. You can also share that to the filter showcase on the community page.
Okay.
And then you will
I'll drop the link to your profile in the chats.
Yeah. And you will find that Snorlax is going to be reigning on top. Brad, if you know Brad, his pre-FAFO has created an entire community of FAFO traders. And it's just fun to see, man. This community page is very underutilized and underappreciated. Y'all, if you're not familiar, head over to the community page. People talk during the day about their flow. If they share contracts, they show up at the bottom with notes that they can put on it so you can read what they're thinking. And then, obviously, the good old-fashioned filter showcase up here where people share their filters. And again, they'll put notes on them as well. Mine's down here being lonely with 14 updo. But all right,
you just figure, I mean, most of them are Snorlax's filters. I mean, they're all based off his great filters. So
it's
I know I had him send...
man. It's the best starting point you can have.
I had him send me filters kind of when I was getting more into unusual whales, and I'm like, yeah, these filters are killer. I mean, killer filters, man.
Riot. We were seeing a lot of Riot the other day too, but I you know, miners are going to be moving with Bitcoin, and Bitcoin's been being a weirdo, man. What's it at today? It's almost back to 90,000 after dipping to like 85 almost. Yeah, it bottomed out at like 85,593 the other day. It's just whipsawing, man. I haven't touched crypto in years, though, I'll be honest. Are you willing to look at CRCL? What is CRCL? CRCL. Circle Internet Group. You wanna pop open the interview? Just type in CRCL in the very top search bar. And for those unfamiliar, we have a very dynamic search. If you just type shit in there, it's gonna pop up underneath it. You can just type shit, and it pops up. It's really cool. One of my favorite things that the devs added.
So Circle here, like this is kind of the order of operations I do. Like if I'm looking just at a specific name and I don't have a contract, I like to look at the net premiums, obviously see how it's doing on the day. Like right now you're seeing a lot of ask side calls come in. Again, not all ask side calls are buys.
Keep talking, I'm just going to fix your webcam because I made you fucking huge.
It's zooming in again.
Yeah.
Call volumes rising here. I do like to kind of look at the historical data as well too. So 14 days out, usually kind of a starting point for me. Obviously, it's still really early in the day, but now comparing that to the previous days, you're not really getting a ton of call volume. So that's kind of why I historically like to look at it. So pop that back to the 1 day. Come down here to my highest volume contracts. Most of them, especially on the bigger names, are going to kind of be weeklies. Just straight off here, these 116.90 calls, you are getting 84% ask side here. So on 381 contracts, so we can take a peek at those. Everything else is kind of mixed, it seems like, but we'll take a peek at these. And these ones are already kind of moving a little bit, so you'd be chasing, but And you do have that previous open interest. So when there's a lot of open interest before too, like 300 contracts on the day, you don't know if somebody's closing, what they're doing. So I do kind of like popping back here. So like, yeah, this is your candle for today. You have so much previous volume where it's so hard to kind of know what's what and who's what. I mean, this 300 contracts could be this guy back here that opened at 277 and they're closing at 492. You just never know.
Yeah, and there's a lot of bid and mid coming in as well throughout those volume candles, which is something to keep an eye on as well.
And kind of looking at that raw flow there too as well. I mean, your IV is increasing. That bid ask is a little wide for me there too. I mean, almost 50 cents there. It's huge if you're I mean, especially if you trade multiple contracts. 50 cents is a huge difference in how much you're putting down on that. But kind of just looking at this too, I mean, your IV decreases here, then it comes up there again a little bit. So to me, I mean, this is something I probably wouldn't take just with that IV kind of bouncing around. I just don't get that full confirmation I'm looking for.
Yeah, that makes sense. Was there any... Yeah, those are the only couple of contracts with volume today. And pretty much every contract with volume today also is stacked with open interest. Is this Circle Internet Group? I don't think I've heard of them. Do they have earnings or anything coming up? You want to click their earnings page.
We do have a comment in the YouTube chat from Andalem who says, for some reason I thought Unusual Whales is an old dude. Number one, none of us are the Unusual Whale guy. But
We are not the
also
whale
a
himself.
Team, there's a lot of people working on Unusual Whales.
Oh, you don't gotta delete it, bro. We already saw it.
Oh, we saw it. Hey, Andalem, you got caught red-handed. But also, none of us are old people. So, I don't know.
Well,
I don't know where you're getting that from.
Feel pretty freaking old, man. Especially now that I'm sick. Every injury I've ever had is just like screaming. My hands are all sweaty and shit.
Yeah, and
But yeah, we are
this
not the
one-
whale. Back in the day, we were very much. People thought Snorlax was the whale. People thought I was the whale. People thought Dan was the whale. We're not the whale. The whale is way the hell smarter than I am, bro. Oh.
yeah, earnings for this one, it looks like we had them 11-12 there.
Yeah, that's fresh. Damn, they tanked
yeah.
off it. Woo, way more than the implied move. If somebody was in puts, they probably got paid on that. If somebody sold calls naked, they got paid too.
Nasty. Only 2 quarters of earnings too.
They must be
so
newish.
A little newer IPO. What else do we got coming in?
Jay-Z's going to try to hop on his laptop to get back. For those unfamiliar, I was roasting him yesterday trying to figure out why his computer kept crashing on him. Turns out his power supply is torched. So he's in the process of getting a replacement. He just got that computer like a week ago.
I was hoping
poor
he'd be
guy.
on the whole time too with
Yeah.
me. I'm like, hey, I get in BS with Jay-Z, but
He'll be back.
he wants to take a crap, I
Yeah.
guess.
Well, I mean, on that topic, we've got someone in the Twitter chat called Jurassic Zombie who left a trade that I just linked for you, Nick. I don't know who this is. I don't know if they're trustworthy, but you know, might
Jurassic
as well.
Zombie.
Sounds like a
He sa-
tool, dude.
Yeah, he sounds like a dick. I'll pull up this QBTS you sent in. He sent it? Jay-Z did?
Yeah, he actually did. Yeah, and this isn't one of the like many Jurassic Zombie like bot accounts.
Yeah. Are you sure? How do you know, dude? There's so many now.
Because I'm following him and he's following me.
Cubits. What are you? QBTS 26.5 call for the first. Did I put my screen on? I did. All right, look at me go, baby. Yeah, I'll go to the raw flow here. First, I'm going to take a look and see if there's anything related coming in. It does not appear to be. This 26.5 is the only contract today with volume greater than open interest. So let's go back to that and take a little look-see. I'm going to close my filters so you guys can see shit. All right, we've got the very first fill of the day happening about half hour after open. That one was at the bid. Couple minutes pass. It's hard to tell in these instances. If we got the same timestamp like we do for this series of orders, you can be fairly confident, not guaranteed, but fairly confident this is the same person. This guy down here was 2 minutes prior, and it's only 1. I'm going to speculate that's not the same person, just because like 2 minutes isn't necessarily a hard cutoff or anything like that, but the nature of the trade's different enough. There's enough time in between that I don't think it's just a wonky fill compared to these. These are coming in right at the ask. It's a really tight bid-ask spread, so I'm not going to guarantee these are BTO, but I'm leaning BTO on them. All at the same fill here. Here we had a tiny little guy sneak in at 193. Maybe he got a good fill on that. Or again, it is possible they're related to this guy, and these are all being sold. It's hard to tell when you have that little time gap and you have that bid-ask spread tighten with similar fills and one sneaky guy at a lower fill. I don't know how I feel about this one. We've got a lot going on. These $27 calls for 116, for example, coming in at the bid when they're initially opened at the ask yesterday, that 1200 volume. Let me actually look at this. I want to see if this is all the same order. It is not, but 400, 100, we got 500, we got 1400 and some change. This might be that guy exiting. Total volume 1600, which is more than the position was, however, so that's hard to tell. But we've got some bid side calls and some ask side calls coming in on the same day in the same time frame. I'm a little skeptical, and that makes me almost think these might have been sold to open because we have confluence on another contract. This is one where I would want to see open interest carry over before I chase it. I want to see what this volume does. I want to see if open interest drops tomorrow. It very well could, because prior to that 1200, we already had 2400 open interest. So that 1800 volume today could even be that closing. It's hard to tell. There's a lot going on in the volume and open interest profile for this over the past few days on the 27. The 26.5 is clearly a new guy or gal. But again, I'm a little skeptical on this one. I probably wouldn't chase it personally. Jay-Z's more degen than me. He might already be in it, and that's why he sent it. But I'll let him talk to that once he gets his MacBook up and running and we get his ass back on here. But yeah, just like we did there, folks. If you're new here or if you have anything you want to look at, drop it in the chat. We will pop it open and do a little bit of a flow review on it to see what we got going on with it. All right, I'm going to flip it back to you, Anthony. Let's see what we got coming in on your filter this morning.
Not much, man. Even ETFs. I mean, you're getting some silver puts here. I'm not a fan of shorting metals right now.
Somebody in chat on one of our last episodes told me or asked me, was it you? No, it wasn't you. Somebody asked me if I would short silver here, and I was like, hell no, bro. Like, have you seen precious metals for the last like 2 years? I'm not touching anything downside on that shit. That ain't worth the risk. Even as a scalper, man. IWM calls. IWM's been on a little bit of a rally comparatively, hasn't it? Like compared to SPY?
A little bit here. The only thing I'm kind of seeing on it right away, it looked good at first. I mean, you kind of see that IV drop right when it comes in here. It is repeated hits ascending fill. The timing is up. I mean, you're 3 minutes apart there, so it's obviously not related.
Those ones down there might be unrelated.
Yep.
Yeah, I think the repeat hits ascending fill is a separate homie from those other orders, personally.
Go ahead, sorry. I was going to say, the part I like here, though, is obviously, that IV dropped a little bit when it came in, but probably unrelated. The big part here...
We do see it spike a little bit with that big order.
Yep, but your size and premium. Yep.
What up?
Hey, baby, we're back!
Back! Well, there goes the fun.
All right, hey. Everybody, go ahead and keep talking, Anthony. Your screen's still going to be there, but I got to do some dark magic to make the cameras work again.
Listen, I have my MacBook ready. My computer did turn on. I have my MacBook ready just in case if it does die again, I have it prepared. So
yeah, that's smart. That's smart.
I was mad. I was like, Jay-Z's going to miss the time I'm guesting in here, and it's going to be really disappointed in you, man.
Listen, man, I am literally trying with this. I'm so disappointed in this computer because I was like, I just got this computer, man, I just bought this.
90% of this show has been me fixing cameras. I fixed them before we started, but then Jay-Z broke his shit.
Yeah. I'm hoping that after this whole fiasco, it's not broken again for a while. Like, I'm hoping this final fix is going to be a final fix.
Open one hand, shit in the other?
Yeah.
Off and on and off and on. There we go! We got all three of us, baby! I'm technologically knowledgeable.
Knowledgeable. He's knowledgeable.
What's up,
I'm the most knowledgeable person in the world. Ask anybody.
I'm so knowledgeable. I know things.
Okay, okay, hold on. We're back to Tucker on the screen. Do that again. That was the best impression I've heard in like a month, dude. That was so.
I'm technologically knowledgeable. I
Ask
know things.
anybody.
I know things.
Oh, that's-
You're not doing. You gotta do the hands though, Tucker. You gotta do the hands too.
Oh, he's doing the. He went to stereotype of Italian there. Kind of a different direction.
All right, my screen is reshared.
Beautiful. We were just looking at some IWMs here, Jay-Z, since you came late as hell, dude.
Sorry,
we did
sorry.
while you were gone, we
That's
did a little
the
primer
first
on
time for
Anthony's
everything.
filters, and we're trucking along here.
Sounds
Yeah, and
good.
some Jay-Z or some Jurassic Zombie person asked a question in Twitter. I don't know. We don't.
Yeah, some
trust them,
weirdo
though.
was in the chat. I don't know.
Yeah,
What
Oh
they were
really?
about.
I don't
didn't
know who
like
that
that.
was.
I think
I'm
Tucker
sorry.
banned him.
That's okay.
All right,
But
I'm
yes,
gonna
those IWM calls look good.
flip
IWM
over
calls.
to Jay-Z's screen. Both my and Anthony's filters are a little quiet today, except for noise. What do you got going on in one of your DGen King filters?
That's a good question because after that little spruce I had, nothing's crazy. There was some. So what I've noticed, I don't know, Anthony, if you noticed too.
Is
but,
root beer? Because I love that shit.
This root is no, it's a financial company.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Like, I'll have some root beer.
Oh,
The soda?
Anthony's got a friend. Anthony's got a friend. I don't know, Anthony. Have you noticed that also some of these bid asks as of recently have been terrible too? Like for the majority of it.
Yeah,
too, like
spreads on a lot of shit have been wonky.
Yeah, it's been like ugh.
Like
God.
we saw something we really liked the other day. I can't remember what it was, but I just couldn't trade it when we went
the
to
spreads were
the
bad.
broker to open a position. The spread was like $1 wide, and that's crazy.
I am seeing more FCX coming in, by the way, which is not at the ask per se for all of them, but it still is a good sign. It's like closer to the ask, quote unquote, right? Again, ask is not the gospel / is not the thing that we say, hey, it's always a buy, but I know that we are in some FCX positions, which do look promising to see some FCX flow coming in.
Damn, they got 50s, huh? They're safer than ours.
Yeah, but it's
Well, they got
fine.
48s there too.
Yeah,
Pretty at the money.
Yeah. And then these NFEs, I would like to see more flow coming. Oh, they're already up. Never mind. I'm not even. This is gonna be those ones that.
Well, to be
that
fair, it's 11% on a penny stock, so it's
Yeah.
up like 10 cents today.
Yeah, it's only 6K. I would like to see at least 10 on some of these, for the most of the time, because the market cap, I guess 32 billion market cap is not crazy. Let me open something else as well and see if I can find anything else. Let's see what my fried chicken filter is doing.
Oh, I forgot about the fried chicken filter.
Nah, nothing on this. This is a biopharma filter
Jason,
I
why
built
is it called that?
because it's a pharma filter. It's a biopharma filter, and what
What's that have
says
to do with
healthcare?
chicken?
What says healthcare better than fried chicken, guys?
You're cutting it with that one. You're cutting
Yeah,
it with that one.
I'm missing it here. I don't think I'm
Yeah.
understanding.
Fried
the
chicken is
connection.
not
Guys,
healthy.
it makes sense, guys. Shut
Fried
that
chicken is unhealthy for you.
I guess.
What?
Hence,
You're
I
telling
don't
me
eat
now
fried
for the
chicken.
first time.
What a stretch. Oh, Peloton, dude. That brings back memories.
Peloton's getting some. I've seen some flow come in prior to Peloton too. Somebody's seeming like there's a lot of volume coming in here. This is a filter I built off of. It's still in like works because I built it off of volume 30 average. I'm trying to find stuff that has higher volume 30 average and a build up of volume 30 average going through. So, for instance, if I look into this one, right, just to give a quick tidbit of where my brain as it is with this, multiple days, I just want to see some space between a spike before, right? So something around the lines of like early on, if I can see something here, like out of the blue with the spike of 1/3 average, I will look into what's going on, right? Just stuff like that. I'm just trying to see what I can find and compare it with net premium and see what premiums are coming in, what calls and what puts are coming in, what if there's any sell to closes or whatever the stuff is, so I can use it, especially with I feel like with like no name stocks, right? Seeing a really, really high volume 30 average out of the blue kind of signifies something to me. And if it's on the cheaper side, I don't mind throwing in a little bit of money into it just to test the waters. Obviously, all this is like an educational guess, right? I don't think any of this is like a guarantee. None of this is guaranteed. So it's all like educational stuff. And if I'm putting in $20 and my risk reward is $20, where it can go up to like $200, I'll take that risk reward all day, every day. Obviously, and a lot of people don't trade like that, but that's just my style of doing it. Hence why everything is on DGen on me. So I get a lot of flack for it, but that's just how I trade it. It's just how it's worked for me. So it's kind of how I go off of it.
We've got a
DNA.
request to take a peek at either Micron, MU, or FDX. Let's take a look at FDX. I imagine that'll be a little less noisy than MU today. You want to pop that open, JZ, and we'll get a little powwow going on and see if we got anything spicy going on in there.
FedEx. Let's look at some net preems. We've got again,
Yeah,
not the
all over the place.
not the gospel, right? Net premium. I'm gonna
Right.
very clearly say that, not the
And
gospel.
also,
We have
also
earnings.
notable there too, like those 2 days there, kind of 3 days in a row with really deep net put premium.
Yeah.
Those are days where SPY back tested. So it's
Yeah.
kind of cool to see FDX go down, but the put premium's also going down with it. Now, on the 15th, is that the 15th with the really deep net call premium?
Seems
The one
like
right
it,
before, yeah. Also a SPY down day. So
Yeah.
I do wonder if we're just seeing kind of that happening in the net premiums. But
We
let's-
do have earnings after hours tomorrow, by the way.
Ooh. Scroll on
So-
down. He's saying he's specifically trying to play short iron condors. So that could work around earnings as well. So let's
Okay.
take a little peek-see at it. Let's see what we got going on.
Yeah. Today, all in all, it's nothing much. I think I like to see more volume. If you're looking at earnings plays in a whole,
Hey,
I just see
real
more
quick,
volume.
actually, let me rephrase that. An iron condor around earnings might be dangerous because if my understanding of iron condors is correct, you're kind of looking for neutral movement. That sounds unlikely at earnings. Neutral movement, I mean.
Yeah.
We'll take a look at the
let's-
earnings profile when he's done
yeah,
looking at today's flow.
Yeah. Today there's nothing much. For me, volume over here for a company like FedEx. Let's look at the market cap of FedEx, right? FedEx market cap is 66.9, so 67 billion basically. For me, I need more volume than that. Like I need more volume coming in for me to even consider like this. Also with earnings for the most part, I know people play earnings pre-runs, people play post earnings. I personally like to play the actual earnings move. That's just I just get a kick out of it. That's just how I play earnings. However, I also wait till tomorrow. I would wait till tomorrow personally to look at anything for earnings because I've seen last minute flow that comes in that could be vindicative of a quote unquote possible direction, right? Directional bias. But obviously, it's not guaranteed again. But I would like to see what is coming in throughout the whole day for flow the day of earnings too, right? Some people want to stay on the radar. You'll see, like, let's take a 295 call, right? Someone might be putting a 295 call in right before the bell and then right early in the morning too. So it might be in and out if depending on the level at where they bought it at, and also it could be like someone doubling down right before to just stay on the radar, right? Just a little food for thought on that one. Let's look at the earnings page right now and see what their normal moves are. They have moved pretty crazily, but even by looking at like the quote unquote actual move, right? It's like 7%, you have 15% here and 15% here.
So those last 4 earnings
Yeah.
are situations where somebody playing iron condors might be in a favorable
Beneficial.
environment for earnings.
Yeah.
So that upper lower range there, that's that little gray box for those watching, or well, oval box stick thingy. That's the implied move range on earnings for that ticker. What somebody playing an iron condor wants is they want the underlying price to stay within a defined range. If it stays within that range, depending on the iron condor setup, which contracts you're utilizing in it, if it stays within that range, that's where your peak profitability lies. If you go outside of that implied move, outside of that range, that's where you start losing your money on that iron condor. You don't want it to go outside. So if somebody's playing iron condors around earnings, they want it to stay within that implied move or within the range of their contracts. So it's not a bad strategy for earnings. It's safer than what Jay-Z does with his naked calls that
yeah.
are like 80% out of the money. But that's what you want to happen. If you're trading that kind of spread, you want neutral movement within that defined range. If it goes outside of that range, you have a problem. If it stays within that range, you're probably pretty safe. So I kind of see what you're looking at there, Stock Mark Noob.
Yeah, I'm not even opening up any of my YouTube X stuff right now because I
No,
don't want
you're
it to
fine.
be
You're fine.
crashing
Don't
in.
worry.
So I'm not keeping tabs on any of that. So I do
Tucker, we do
apologize.
have a request in the chat if you want to pull up that contract.
Yeah, Tucker, what are you doing?
Yeah.
But if you want to keep looking at FedEx here, if there's anything else you wanted
yeah.
to touch on.
Also, I used to do this a lot. Obviously, it's not the gospel of this, but I do look at Gamma and see where we at, right? Let's see what is. We have 300 with a high positive and 290 with a high positive, right? So 280 is a decent amount too. But sometimes I look at this and I think that, like what's worked is if I do see a lot of high call volume, more call volume coming in, I try and coincide with that. I know that higher gamma means market makers need to, if I'm not mistaken, market makers need to sell into that, right, Nick? If I'm mistaken, that's the consensus of that.
I'm gonna pretend I heard that. I was telling Tucker something on the back end, so I'll just trust what you said is true.
I don't know if you should do that, but TMC. Oh my God, TMC. I love TMC because I played TMC before. It was a very degenerate play I played, and it paid off. I think it is on. I think I posted the trade on my X as well. But it was good. This looks.
Was that like last week? Wasn't that pretty recent?
Maybe 2 weeks ago actually. But I think I made out like a bandit on that one. That was pretty nice.
Oh, is that one of the ones I didn't get filled on when we were trying?
Yeah,
to
it was the one. Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
I was talking with someone
yeah.
about this one in Milt's Discord, looking at the flow. This thing went off, dude.
Yeah, dude, it went crazy.
Yeah, this one's been chopping. It's been going between that range of the high 7s and the low 6s for like, for like a week.
Yeah, let's take a look at
Damn, that thing went high, huh?
Dude, yeah, dude. It went crazy high. Not
Holy
just high.
shit, it hit a high of like 12. Damn, dude. All right.
Yeah.
I see you.
I can't remember what the percentage on the trade was, but it was pretty hefty, I will say that. So we got a nice chunk over here, which I like, the 80K. It's your favorite too, Nick. Repeated hits, ascending fill.
I am a fan of those.
You definitely a fan favorite, right? So these are earlier on, so I don't really consider this much, but this one over here, we're starting off at a 0.18, closer to the ask.
Those are far enough apart that I don't think they're the same, homie.
Yeah.
The other one was only 2 minutes. That's a little speculative, but if it's like 20 minutes later, I'm doubtful. Unless it's like literally the same structure, the same hit, then we could be kind of speculating on repeat hits, longer dated, or farther on into the day rather. My brain's mush, y'all. I'm still dying.
I'm gonna go ahead and lean on bot to open on these.
And given the history of it for the last like 3 weeks, man, I'm leaning that same direction.
Also we have some crazy IV on these bad boys too, though. 144. Jesus.
And again, like we were talking about implied volatility earlier being a lot of times around binary events like earnings, conferences,
news
business
events.
Announces, news.
Yeah.
In the case of TMC, dude, that IV's high because of the way the stock's been trading and whipsawing and the way that people have been flinging these options around. It's not necessarily indicative of upside or downside movement. It's due to the sheer volatility of the stock itself.
Yeah. I mean, you have $407,000 in premium going into this right now, so I think that's a really hefty amount of money going into TMC, too. So, 2.33% already up. This who posted this? This is another Pwn post.
I'm not sure. Tucker posted it.
Yeah, sorry for which.
Oh, this was the homie in
YouTube.
The YouTube chat, Daniel
Hawes.
Daniel Hawes, Ospina.
7924.
Very nice, very nice. These look yummy. I like these. But I'm not gonna. I'm also off
What'd
the.
They fill at?
They filled at
30?
average was 0.23.
And they're already up to 30.
Yeah.
Remember what happened the last time I didn't chase TMC?
Oh, he's gonna do it, isn't he?
You just being quiet, Anthony? How you doing over there?
Oh, I'm watching.
He's just looking pretty,
He's
bro.
watching. He's learning.
Yeah.
Look at him. Learning.
I gotta learn
No,
from Anthony. What are you talking about?
I'm not gonna go for it yet, Jay-Z. I want to see if they can pull back into the 680 range. They already back tested it, so it's probably too late. But if they back test below 7, I'm gonna get Not those contracts. I want more time to be a little safer. I'm gonna get January 16 eights.
Fair enough. I mean, there's also, you guys gotta look at that. There's 83% of the total like volume today is this singular contract.
Yeah.
So they're like really hammering at it, right? So.
But I'll let you know if I get a fill. The audience will hear a ding, but I'll also verbalize it if I end up getting it.
The volume 30 average is 0.93. Speaking of prior volume 30 average too, right? Look at the 1215 with a 1.33. Yeah, the bid ask, the bare bull, the bid ask is not there, but if you look at it now, it's at 7.11. If you did end up getting it at around 6.48, you're already up a little bit. Like kind of like, it's not a big move, quote unquote, but like this is like what I like to look at for 1/3 average too. My new filters are all gonna build, like a bunch of them are gonna be built around this specific.
Something notable for TMC specifically is that shit's gonna be skewed. So if you go to TMC's overview, and then under the menu button.
Nope, it's the wrong.
Oh, you want Toyota mode?
Hey, Toyota's great. I got 2 Toyotas at home. Okay.
So go over to the menu on the left, right above the ticker. Yeah, and then go to history. Flow history on the right there.
I can't read, guys. Sorry.
That average 3-day volume is skewed to shit. All of those, if you scroll down just a teeny bit, it shows the average daily volumes, the 30-day, the 7-day, the 3-day. That's skewed as shit because of a couple weeks ago, like we were talking about. This was getting hammered, just non-stop calls.
That's actually a very good point.
Like 4 days in a row. So this average 3-day, 7-day, 30-day volume is heavily skewed by recent activity. I'm pretty sure when that initial set of orders came in a few weeks ago, this number was way the hell smaller.
Yeah. Actually, that's
I just wanted to point that out.
No, that's a phenomenal point. Actually, I think I bothered Dan one day to ask if we can add an option at some point for previous volume 30-day average filtering. Right.
Yeah,
Also
he was mentioning that.
Yeah.
So
cool. That'll be definitely a cool thing to have an ad feature too. So, that TMC looks good. I think that we'll see what it does. It is. I mean, the thing is, my point I was getting back to as well with TMC, and the reason why I wouldn't buy it as of right now is because I already, like, my rule of thumb is if I've gotten it within the past 2-3 weeks and I made a profit off it, I kind of try and move on to a different one until I see it repopulate or people, because it's already hype right now, right? So I'm looking for pre-hype stuff. So the hype is already there. Yes, I might miss the train again, but I already caught the first train that happened, so I'm happy with that factor.
Yeah, and I get that.
Yeah,
and I think that's why this kind of works, because I'm such the opposite. If I get the setup on the same ticker, I'm playing it again. I did it with RR.
That's perfect. No, that's perfect.
I'll do it again. Anthony, how do you do that shit? Do you tend to double tap a ticker if it comes back into an entry point, or do you take your win and move on to something new?
I'll usually move on to something new. It depends too. I mean, depends on the name. I'm like the TMC. I'm not a big fan of trading things that are under $10 because they just move so slow. But I mean, if they
I'm with you on that one as well. Jay-Z is so the opposite on that.
Like if they hit though, I mean, it's a really good return. But man, it's just so slow and brutal, man. I can't do it. I can't do it.
Drawdown's a real thing for sure, and I'm okay with the drawdown. I don't really care about the drawdown.
For those wondering why I haven't taken a SPY scalp yet, it's because there's no entry for me here that's safe. We're in a wide negative gamma zone. If we get a hard bounce, like I said, using the red tends the theory. It's not a guarantee. It works until it doesn't. Until it does again. There's the potential to accelerate right through this back to the upside. They've been kind of testing upward into the upper range of the negative gamma zone, but they can't seem to conquer it. Right now, I would maybe be thinking about longs at 6,780 and 6,770 to kind of see if I can knife catch on that positive gamma. But right now, we've got downside momentum, and I'm waiting. On the SPY side of things, we're currently right at support. I've had this line for a hot minute here, rejected it, then gapped up after they conquered it. Now we're going below it again. If I am bullish, I want them to hold that and start working back toward this wider gap to 680 again before I would get in long. If I want to go to put side, I need a bounce first. This would be chasing. If I jump in this right now and then they reverse hard on me, boy, I'm going to have a problem really fast with such a small account. So this is chase territory. I try not to chase if I can help it.
Chase!
Yeah, you're getting some good downward movement in the market right now, too.
Yeah, and we've got a large dumpy happening currently in the net call premiums.
Yeah.
But again, this is moving in tandem with SPY. This isn't an entry indicator at all. This is moving at the same time. If we were moving down like this, like we are pretty sharply, and net call premium was spiking, I'd be looking for potentially a call entry. But this is not the end-all be-all. Jay-Z talked about that a little bit ago. Net premiums are not the end-all be-all. But yeah. I'll pop that back open if they end up giving me a safer entry. Other than that, we are hands off until we find something tradable.
Yeah. Let me keep looking at stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and pop open the DGen filter, ER filter, the ER filter, and see what we got. We do have some ERs coming.
I'm gonna take one of my famed piss breaks, so I'm just gonna shut my camera off. There's gonna be a little white box, but you guys feel free, shoot the shit.
Sound on.
Yeah, Anthony, if I end up dying because the computer died, it's up to you for a little bit, okay?
Also, Tucker, there's a flow request in the YouTube chat.
Yeah, Tucker, what are you doing? Tucker's just crying over there. Tucker, I gotta give you some shit sometime, you know? We got Burke. We got some Burke flow. I think Burke is after hours, pre-market tomorrow morning. And then we have FDS, which is also pre-market tomorrow morning. FDS, I had some flow come in on FDS, and it is already up. So I'm gonna take a wild guess saying that they probably are in. I'm probably gonna get out before. And the market, God, English is so hard every single day. MU is there. So I'm gonna wait and see what happens with MU. MU that's 1 and 2 here. Anthony, what are your thoughts on MU?
For earnings?
Yeah, what do you think? Do you like MU? What are your overall thoughts on MU?
Let's see. Let's go look at their history for earnings. I'm not a big earnings
I know you're
fan, obviously, but I mean, just kind of looking at their stats here. I mean, looks like out of the, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the last 15 quarters have hit an implied move. Everything else seems to kind of stay within that implied move, and
yeah,
earnings per share, I mean, beat the last 2 quarters, and they're expecting a little more this quarter. And AI is under so much scrutiny right now with it being a bubble, and people saying it's bubble. That's not me saying it's a bubble, but
yeah,
a lot of people talking about it being a bubble and all that. So yeah, I mean, they get something bad in the guidance.
Yeah, I know it'll destroy it, right? For sure. Like Oracle, right? Oracle got smoked.
Yeah, I'm still mad at you guys for closing that put.
Hey, we left it to the people. The people decided for us. That was a poll. They wanted us to close it. We closed it. The Burke is what Tucker sent me over. The 11650C. It is on DGen as well. Good to see that. The 50C for 116. Let's take a peek at it. This is Birkenstocks, right? If I'm not mistaken. Consumer. So it's a lot of love going towards consumer. I feel like there have been a lot of good movements for consumer stocks on earnings because the price and like the results have been really good for them. So I'd be happy to take a look at this and see if we can find something crazy on these. Let's also look at how Burke moves for earnings after I do this. So 2K here, 150, 150. 180, 170. I don't know, man. Some of these weird repeated hits. I hate when the bid-ask changes like this, like crazy too. If I'm 150, it's a 150, 180 here. That's pretty high. Let's see, mid 1033, 19. I need to see if I can 19. So starting off at the mid here, at a 1033, 19. It's a 165. 165 fills.
Is Burke Birkenstock?
Yeah,
Yes.
Burke is Birkenstock. Tucker, do you like Birkenstocks? What do you think?
The only Birkenstocks I have any experience with are these like orange rubber ones I got when I was in college to wear like in the dorm shower, so I didn't get like foot fungus.
Hell yeah.
Foot fungus.
Yeah, so
foot fungus.
So I would just wear those, you know. In the shower.
Freshman dorms, man,
Oh
crazy.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Gross.
Oh man, the shit that happens in a freshman.
So no, yes, I don't know. I didn't get foot fungus, so
Yeah, fair enough.
I guess it was works.
With this specific move here, like the specific contract, I don't like how it drops down to 130 and then back up to 165 and 140. Like the shift in the bid ask is very like confusing a little bit. So I would like to see a little bit more flow come in before end of day to be able to even think. I mean, it looks like you are getting a higher fill as you go, right? 33, 19, 19, 19 up to here, 53. We're starting off with a 170. Yeah, I mean,
ascending fill after a bit.
Yeah,
it's hard. It started off at a perfect mid.
Perfect mid, yeah. So you never know,
like,
yeah.
Though I do like how when that bid dropped, homie still kept filling right at the
Yeah.
end.
IV is also going up, but
It's hard. I would lean BTO. I'd lean
Yeah.
bot to open on these. But again, it's hard. Or honestly, pop that back open. If I missed it and you already looked at the history, my bad. But pop that contract back open. And let's see where that open interest came from. Because that volume initially didn't offset open interest outright. Oh, yeah. I don't think that's related.
it's a burner, slow burners.
Yeah, I don't think that's related. I think we've got a new trade. I expect that open interest to go up tomorrow.
Yeah. It is also trading 4.27 off the 1/3 average today, which is also pretty nice. This will be interesting. We'll see what happens. Not my earnings play though. If I were to play this, I would play something way more out of money. I would not want to touch it.
He'd be
But-
buying like 75s or 80s or something.
Hey, not that bad. Okay? But I'm going to go
What,
see what their moves
What
are.
caused
No,
that net premium
yeah.
drop?
I don't know. I'm about to take a look at that too, but I want to take a look at this. It's not a really doesn't really do much craziness. It has done a couple of times, but I don't know.
You're not going to be a fan of the earnings moves, Jay-Z. I'm going to tell you that right now.
Of these, of Birkenstock, yeah, probably not.
Oh, they're staying right inside their implied range for
Yeah.
the most part.
MU would be more so my speed, I think, if anything. So the call premium drop today, right?
It's right there at the top. That looks like an
yeah.
exit. Look at that volume to open interest already.
Multi-leg. Let's check out what the multi-leg is.
Like that 100 we call ratio spread, but they both have such high open interest. Both of these could be a closure of a contract.
Yeah. Also, just to note, right? I know that this is very speculative and like could be something totally different. This 50 12 19 that closing it, right? And there's 50 for 116 going through. Like just because these two don't relate to each other, it technically could be one person which is not sending the same volume in, but it could be someone else just buying longer for earnings, quote unquote. So. Just that's something I do sometimes. If I'm up on something, I will close it and I will go like longer out to secure profit. So, just
SPY is just plunging right now.
Is it
They're
really?
already down to 67, 65.
Wow,
on SPX.
dude! Holy
didn't-
moly!
They did the most brief of pauses at the 6770 SPX, just the briefest of pauses, and then straight through it. So no entry from here in either direction yet.
Have you noticed a pattern though? They pump it up kind of in the morning and then just decide to just go smack it during the day for the past 2-3 days. It's kind of been like that. I feel like.
Yeah, man, it does what it wants.
Yeah.
That's why I'm a scalper, man. Swings, unless it's just raw flow trades, swinging SPY makes me nervous because so much can happen in the overnight session with futures, and I think Nasdaq's going to be trading 24/7 soon.
Jesus. Great, no more sleep for me.
Do you guys remember when SPY went to daily expirations?
Yes.
And shit was just so crazy on the contracts for like a month because of it. Because for those who don't know, SPY used to only expire on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and they went to every single day. And things got fun for a little bit, and then obviously they balanced out and people got used to balancing their books around daily expirations. But I'm curious to see what happens with 24/7 trading.
It's a money grab from all the degens that can't stay off the computer.
Well, I mean,
for a couple
all
hours.
the like low commission / no commission brokerages now have futures too, and in the new year we're gonna set up a small futures account on Webull to coincide with our WhaleWatch account just to see how shit it is or how good it is. I'm curious.
09, 08, 09 starts off at ask 39, 39, 39, 39. It's good. 16.
I thought those ciphers might have been call sells there with that IV kind of drop, and it's
With
up
the IV dropping.
2 and up almost 3% on the day.
Yeah. I would be interested to see if OI changes. Obviously, if OI, how much carries over, right? Because if you look in historically too, right, on this exact contract, you can see how not all of it carries over for the most part, right? It's like roughly on this one is roughly like 50%. This one is barely anything that goes through. I'm curious, but I know that Cipher does tend to run sometimes, right? So that's another
Is this
reason
another
why.
Bitcoin miner, or is this like a metals miner?
I think it's another Bitcoin miner, right? If I'm not mistaken, what is it?
Yep.
Cipher miner as yep, Bitcoin miner. So 14% out of the money, 150,000 in premium for market cap of 5.92. It's a pretty hefty amount of money that's going through it. So what does the chart look like, Nick, for Cipher, if you don't mind me asking?
Probably looks like Bitcoin 1-to-1.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, they did a big spike up to 16 this morning, and that's what all I got. Because if I'm just like looking back in time, let me put the hourly chart on.
Yeah.
It's moving with big. I mean, like a two and a half weeks ago, it was way up at 21, 26. They bottomed out at 1367 yesterday, but before that, when Bitcoin was really pulling back, they were under 13 per share. But this is Bitcoin miners are just going to move with Bitcoin. There's no ifs, ands, or buts on that. That's just, it's all they do.
It's all they do.
It's all they do. It looks like they might have the lightest of supports here, but they've got a long way to go to undo yesterday's drop. Yesterday dropped from 1711 all the way down to 1367 the day before yesterday into yesterday. It's pretty beat up. They might be trying to bottom tick this, see if they can get a little momentum with the way Bitcoin moved a little bit ago today. But I personally tend to not trade Bitcoin miners personally.
Fair enough.
Those Nvidia puts from earlier are making a good move right now.
Yeah, whole market's shit in the bed.
Yeah, of course they are. Yeah, without a doubt they're gonna move.
Nvidia's down like $6.
Damn. All right, so let's see if there's anything else on your scanner, Anthony.
Those core weaves that we were hitting earlier. I mean, there's more coming in on there. I think they're short those calls. I mean, there's a ton of ask side calls coming in on that 130.85, but man, I don't know. I don't trust that flow. I don't know. I don't trust it. 28% out of the money.
Core weave is one, like I've seen core weave move though like crazy before, but it's a hard to time one, I think, in my opinion.
I do have a core weave in my filter, but it's the 61 put weekly expiring in 2 days. And it seems full of shenanigans. Yeah. It's full of shenanigans.
Yeah. It is definitely full of shenanigans.
Kind of like a weird fill here. It's definitely more ask side. It's definitely a new position. 970 volume in one order. There's only 527 open interest and 132 volume prior. Definitely a new position. That's guaranteed. That's what you'll see, this little bag at the open on the side to the left of the ticker. That little bag indicates it is an opening trade for sure. You can speculate elsewhere, like when we get those repeat hits to volume that adds up over the open interest significantly. You can kind of speculate that those are opening trades, even though not a single order is bigger than the open interest. But this is, my pause is kind of those initial fills before it and the sprinkled in multi-legs, which could be rolls. We've got the 61s and the 62s. Open interest on, again, the 61s is indicating we've got new positions on it today. The open interest on those 62s is quite high versus that volume. So I mean, I'm not a fan of the core weave flow today. It's not giving us anything firm in terms of directionality. What's that IV Jesus, dude?
Yeah, always. IV's always it's yeah. Want to see if there's anything on some of my custom alerts. Nothing on these as of yet. Not that I see on as of yet.
SPY is getting very close to taking out yesterday's low, so you guys know. About a buck away from it.
You think you're taking a scalp at that point?
No. This is hands off until I get a back test up or a clear reversal from the bottom. And that won't be unless, you guessed it, for the longs, they need to close hourly above 677.69 for me, which is the support they just lost, to dump right down through that negative gamma zone. And longs, that's where I want. And then for shorts, I would want it to go up and reject in that relative area firmly to get puts. Right now, this is hands off. There's nothing for me to chase here safely. I can chase unsafely, but then the odds of me sitting through some serious drawdown are pretty high. So hands off for me right now.
I did find some potential Netflix call sells if we want to take a peek at those.
Yeah, pop it on open, Anthony.
Yeah.
I got
Yeah.
your
How about
screen
you?
out.
Yeah. Let's do Anthony's screen.
So these 1226.97.5 calls here are kind of interesting to me. Coming in at the bid, good size, pretty good premium, definitely an opening trade there based off that volume to open interest. Here's our bid side call here. So 1% out of the money, a little close to the money, but 9 days, so theta is your friend. I'm just kind of looking at that raw flow here too. Maybe my internet's still being crappy
SPY
from
just
yesterday.
took out yesterday's low.
Jesus.
My next
Going
firm support for SPY, we're currently trading at 675.02. My next firm support is 672.75. So if they can't bounce it here strongly, bears might feast. But anyway, back to Netflix. My bad.
No problem. Yeah, when that flow starts to kind of come in here, obviously timing's the main thing I'm kind of always watching, make sure it's all about the same time here. IV decreases here, it's a repeated hits for you. Little wider bid ask spread, it is coming in at the bid. And I mean, it looks clean all the way up there to me. I mean, drops and even, I mean, after there, you'll never know if it's part of the trade. I'm going to probably say no. This one right here, I would take a very hard, well, it is the same second there, but sometimes, that's why you look at the flow around it too, because sometimes the symbols might not carry over. But I mean, I think that is kind of funky there with that bid ask there, but I would assume it's still coming in at the bid there. So I think that's why that repeated hit didn't kind of carry over, because that bid ask got a little funky there. But I would say it's truly at the bid there, and that IV drops even more there.
Can you go ahead and just bookmark one of those so we can come back to it later? Because they're already kind of in the money right now, and if they're sold to open, homie is currently still in losses right now, because they sold those to open a little above a buck, right around $1.20, like $1.19, $1.20, $1.22.
Yep.
When you sell a contract to open, when it's a call contract, you want the stock to go down so you can keep the credit you received for selling something you do not have. Right now, homie sat through some pretty steep drawdown. He sat through about $60 of drawdown per contract, and across 3,700 contracts, that hurts a little, but homie's still in. What this guy needs is he needs Netflix to stay under 97.5 all the way at the time of expiration at 12/26. If the stock closes on 12/26 below 97.5 per share, homie gets to keep every single penny of that premium. But I do want to see if once they get in profit, they get out thinking that maybe they mistimed it a bit. But we'll see.
Hey, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no, I was gonna say, yeah, it's odd to me too, because I mean, Netflix is up so much on the day already when those came in, so to me that's kind of maybe a call sell there, because that IV drops on it. So I mean,
it looks like they kind of got it right when Netflix started recovering this morning, but I mean they're getting pretty close to at the money again, so we'll keep an eye on that poor guy.
I got something
tends
for you,
to do
Nick.
well. Yeah, what's up?
Saber, these came on one of my custom alert flows yesterday. The 4/17/2026. It came around 11 o'clock yesterday. We had 6,148 and 66,078 carried over from yesterday. 63.87 on the volume today. So volume is over OI. 99% of total volume traded. It is up 3%. I grabbed a few of these
Yesterday?
today, actually, because I saw the double.
Interesting. So,
Yeah, I'm curious to see what happens with this. The average fill is 0.21, right? The initial average is 0.19. Right now, you can fill for 0.2, technically, or 0.19, depending on what
so
your
question
brokerage wants.
for you.
Yeah.
Scroll on down again to the history.
Yeah.
I know it's not all one order today, but what makes you think that today's 6,000 volume isn't a closure of the 6,000 volume?
I totally could. That was the point I was gonna get to. I think this could technically possibly be a closure. However, with Saber and stuff like that, I don't mind getting one just to risk it, just in case.
So this is one of the ones that you just risk it to zero because who cares?
Yeah.
It's cheap.
Yeah,
fair enough.
It is
fair
cheap.
enough.
Yeah, this is one of those ones that, because I see another 6,000 modern volume coming in. I mean, for sure, because guess what? Your low, if I'm looking at it perspective, like your low was 0.15 yesterday, average is 0.19. Like your high today was 0.25, right? So who's to say that quote unquote that one single candle volume trader is not getting out of profit, right? So you don't know, but I do like the fact that we've been also, when I was looking at this earlier, I like the fact that we've been building a little bit of volume to the average coming through over here at a 1.54, a 1.2, and a 1.57 high, right? Not a big difference in the highs over here, in my opinion, right? So I'm off the impression over here that they're still expecting a possible higher push forward. It is 417 too, right? Like if you look at the data of these expirations at 417, which is a lot of time too. Yeah, it's $20 with a lot of time. So the risk to reward on this is low risk and high reward, in my opinion. Then that's kind of what I like, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and take. I took a few just to play it and see if it happens. I mean, I don't mind losing on that trade just because it's just something that I want to take a look at. Because again, like I said, that smacking 130 average over here and no crazy increase is like kind of like interesting to me. So if it ends up going down, it ends up going down. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I will definitely bookmark this. I would like to see what that OI is tomorrow when we open up. What do you guys think? How about we play a little game? What do you think?
I think that shit drops.
Yeah.
To what?
I think that the original position is exiting.
So you
I think somebody else buys them. Somebody else bought them.
It might not.
You think-
it might not
yeah.
change. Hey, maybe it
Yeah.
changed hands.
Yeah, maybe it changed hands. Maybe Tucker bought it.
But if that open interest does not change tomorrow and it stays the same, the original position is gone. If the open interest goes down, that original position is gone.
Yeah.
If it goes up,
Or if
new
it goes
position.
up, they
New position. We'll find out. So
Beat
this
me.
is also a good teaching moment too, I think, an education standpoint, because we always say a volume over, like people say volume over OI is normally a quote unquote possible opening trade, right? So if this volume doesn't like decrease, right, it technically is not an opening. If it doesn't increase, it's technically not an opening trade, right? If that makes sense. So, the buy side. So, I will sit in that for a little bit and we'll see what happens. Okay.
All right, we do have a flow request here in the YouTube chat. The ULCC7 call for 116.
We looked at this
Drop a link to
morning.
that.
Oh, did we already?
Yeah, we looked at this morning.
Was that my piss break?
yes.
Did you drop a link, Tucker? You said.
I did, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Why can't? Oh, because
It's
I'm in
in
the wrong
the-
place. I'm in the
in
wrong
the
place.
Discord,
Yeah, that's too
yeah.
much to keep up with. Okay.
Two things.
Well, I guess so. Yeah. So we looked at this morning because this is the first candle that came in today, I think, if I'm not mistaken, the 30,000. So let me see if I
It
can
does
find
indeed
it.
seem to be the first candle.
Okay, Nick. You know what? You know what? See, you know what, Nick? I want to say a bad word, but I'm not gonna say it. 30, and 20. That's the as it came in, a 932, 1040, and 1040.
Balls to do a market order in that kind of gap.
Right.
This kind of reminds me of, what the hell was it? It was nerdy. It was that Twitter pump we saw.
Yeah.
It some sorry sucker dude The
Yeah,
contract was
dude.
trading, like it transacted at like 30 cents per contract, and then the bid-ask spread started getting tampered with, and it jumped up to 1 ask, and some sorry sucker got filled at $1 on those.
Yeah,
The bid
dude,
was like
that was
15, and the
bad.
ask was $1, and they got filled
Yeah.
at $1.
Yeah.
So, unless you're scalping high liquidity contracts that you can see the bid ask being right next to each other, like SPY, SPX, XSP sometimes. XSP has a little less liquidity than the other two. But don't do market orders, y'all. Fish for a better entry. Market orders can blow you the hell up. In a split second, in the time it takes for you to click that button, that market order, somebody could just pull their offer to sell at whatever market was and change it. It can happen, and we watched it happen with that nerdy meme bullshit that was coming through last week.
Yeah.
You can get blasted on a market order, so just be aware. I did that yesterday with BE. We luckily got out unscathed.
Yeah. Also, I think I lost my train of thought. This always happens to me. What was I saying? Also, I would like to tell people too, right? Like, just because you see like a high premium and we think it's speculation of a whale, doesn't mean the whale is always right, right? That's something that everybody needs to I think know as well. Like, you gotta make the best educated guess possible, right? So I've seen plenty of big order buyer with premiums, right, being not the right thing. So
they're humans too. They're
yeah,
humans too.
100%,
They can be
100%,
wrong.
yeah.
And-
And they
and
don't.
even
And
if
most
it-
people don't care if they lose that much money too. That's the other thing, right? Like, they got so much money to throw around. So
Well, and you never know if it's part of another trade either. I
Yeah.
mean, it can be. It might not show it's multi-leg. You just never
Yeah.
know what that person's doing unless you're that
Yeah.
whale. You don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
You can speculate, but that's about it.
yeah.
Joe asked about Burke. Did we already touch the
Yeah,
50
we
call
are-
and the 42 fives?
Yeah, because they both came on the. So the 55. There's a 55. What was the 42.5? No, we did not touch on the 42.5. So let me go open up Burke. So that was isn't the this is the two multi. Yeah, we did touch up on this, Nick. Remember the.
I know. I
multi-leg?
remember touching Burke. I just didn't know if we hit both of those contracts.
You
Joe
didn't.
brought
You didn't
up.
touch Burke. You touched the about Burke. So the 42. So I think Nick said they could be both possible closures. Is what Nick was saying.
It could be.
Yeah.
And you know, the 42 fives are in the money right now. Like, if you
Yeah.
pop that open, I believe this had pretty high open interest for both contracts. So I'm remembering the correct one. It's hard to say. There's too many maybes. If I have like 1 or 2 maybes on a piece of flow, I'll still probably be okay with it. But what's interesting is the open interest, the most recent set of contracts that carried over, were ask side. But let's scroll down and see where that initial 3,000
They
came
were
from.
they were bid side.
Yeah. So that ask side was a new position, but who knows if they got a lucky fill on a sell. It's hard to tell. We did get open interest carryover on it. But today's volume could be an exit. It is coming in at the bid, which is what the position started at. But there's just too many maybes with these two contracts for me to be confident in taking one of them.
Oh yeah.
I don't like too many maybes is really off-putting. Trading flow is already highly speculative.
Yeah.
When you add a shitload of maybes to that speculation turns into guessing, in my opinion.
Have some parameters, go off your parameters, and if you have like lists of things you had to check off on the box before you buy them.
But just as I'm leaning toward the 42.5 being bought to open and the 50 being sold to open, I'm agreeing with you. When we looked at the volume profile, the way those orders started, it kind of seemed as such. But the way that open interest is, hiked up. Like, if go back to that screen you were just on there, JZ. The overview itself, so I can look at the history of both there. We've got 3,250 open interest on the 42.5s. We've got 5,230 on the 50s. Every single contract on both of these today could be positional closures. Depending on the movement, if both of those carry over, I'll lean closer to what you're thinking, Joe, that the 42.5s are bought to open, the 50s are sold to open based on how they filled. But given that volume to open interest profile, I want to make sure that that's not a complete closing position on those two contracts in that spread, because it very well could be.
Yeah.
This is one of the instances where if I miss the move, it's okay. I'd rather miss the move than be wrong by guessing and just get nuked.
11:10 was almost a little over a month ago, 100% on the bid side. 15,868. Majority of it, all of it basically carried over. And that's interesting to me too. So we'll see. I want to lean more towards the upside for this, just depending on that. But all right, let's take a look and see if there's anything else.
I've got something that came in that might be kind of interesting.
Yeah, you want to pull it up?
Do it, baby!
Yeah.
See if we got some
We got
spice. Put a trade on. Be risky.
We got the 1226 COP 91 puts here. So spot filling at the ask, definitely an opener size based on the open interest. Net premiums picking up here, and we do have another trade to go along with this.
Yeah,
pull
the
it out
90
after
one, the
here,
90,
too.
right?
Yep,
Yep.
you got it.
Have them on
You
there.
got it. And just kind of coming back a page here. Flow stars coming in. IV pops up. It's a repeated hit. Sweeps. Filling at the ask. Not a massive wide bid ask spread here. And I mean, your
Alkaline
IV stays
Trio
up
plays in
here the
background.
entire. What'd you say? Sorry.
No, you're fine. Bad joke. That's a niche. You're
Oh, I
fine.
thought something came up behind me. I thought it was a dog. I was like, oh god, again.
No, one of my favorite punk bands has a song called "Cop" and it's funny. But that was all. That was
Okay. I was like, what are you talking about? Anyways, your IV stays up here. Spot fills at the ask the entire time. Repeated hits. It's a sweep. Looks, I mean, good to me. And then you also have what Jay-Z said here, the other COP from earlier, the 1226.90 put. Again, definitely opening based off that volume to open interest.
interesting. Why are they the same size? They're literally identical
Yeah,
size.
they are identical sizes. Yep.
And this one is interesting. I know Snorlax points this out a lot too. This is probably, I would take timing, it's all the same. I would take a guess this would be I call them a block trade. Whenever I see that lock, usually it's that blockish where they all come in at one. You got 1,996 contracts traded there, plus 1, plus 1, plus 2. That's 2,000 there. So kind of mathematically, I mean, are you going to open 1,996 contracts, or are you going to open 2,000? I mean,
well, for one, I know damn well Jay-Z will open an arbitrary number sometimes. He just pushes in a number and buys some. I know damn well he does that sometimes.
I also try and like separate my contracts now because shout out to Mr. Jake because he's been able to find my contracts on Flow a couple of times.
Jake the D-Gen?
Yeah,
He's a fellow Iowa boy. Represent, homie.
Yeah, I need to hide myself a little bit better now, so I open different areas and different contracts now.
And those two contracts are your only major volume leaders on the day too.
Yeah.
Someone just like screamed very loud outside, so I'm gonna go peek out my window real quick.
Oh god. Oh no. Oh no.
They're coming for him.
They're about to say FBI open up. It's all that Periscope. Yeah, I saw the
teaching
COPs.
people too much.
Yeah, I saw the COPs. Actually, that was one, Anthony, if you want to pull it up. I saw an interesting actually GitLab, the 1-2-42. I know the spot is kind of wonky, but the GitLab 1-2-42 call is kind of intriguing to me. It is ascending fill with repeated hits too, so it's one if you want to pull it up. What was the next?
You said the 1-2-42 call?
Yeah, that one. Yep.
It was just some kid eating shit in the snow, so we're all good.
Oh my god.
Should have recorded it, man.
Yeah.
She was not happy.
Do it for
She
the
was
wine.
Very upset.
Yeah, this one definitely an opener here. I want to look a little closer at that fill. I mean, that's a
fill,
pretty
yeah.
wide bid-ask spread there.
I would speculate if this is GitLabs.
Yes.
Based on the other Bitcoin miner flow we saw today, I'd speculate these are bought to open based on that context. But God, do I hate that spread.
Yeah.
But the only reason,
I mean,
again, with that kind of midfill, the only reason I'm speculating bought to open, the sole reason is because we already saw a bunch of bullish flow on other Bitcoin miners. That's not indicative of yes bought to open. That's just why I'm leaning that way. We also have what Anthony's looking at right now. I'll let you explain that.
Yeah, I mean, that IV, I mean, this is almost textbook where, I mean, that spot is increasing the entire time. The big red flag is that bid-ask spread, but I mean, spot increasing the entire time. You get the big increase here on the size and premium. Again, IV spiking that entire time. I mean, the flow looks very, very good, and you do have another little larger size here.
So,
again, can't say if it's the same person.
Talk to me, Anthony. If you click that little next button, right, your starting flow is at the 1042, right? The little arrow next on the next all the way up.
Oh, to the next page of the flow.
Next page, yeah.
Oh, okay. I was
sorry.
like, what are you talking about?
If you hit all the way to the next, So the starting flow is a bid side, right? So what is your thought process on when you look at this and you see that? What is your thought process on this when you started the bid? Like in this particular situation, what do you think?
So, for me, I mean, because remember, not everything at the bid is a sell.
No, yeah.
It's the spread kind of makes this one a little tougher, but I mean, I like it. I kind of pay attention to the IV when it comes into. I mean, your IV spikes. I look at the totality of the flow. That kind of
scalp with a tight stop, but keep your explanation going. I just wanted to let you guys know.
Yep.
Hey, 30%. Here we go. Yeah, I like how that IV kind of spikes there.
Okay.
It's only one contract coming in at the bid too, so I mean, it's not like if it was the 211 coming in at the bid, I might kind of hesitate a little bit.
Okay.
But what I like to tell people too is like if I have to sit and do surgery on the flow to try to make it fit.
Yeah,
bingo. I like it, I just move on.
Yeah.
Move on. But like this one, I like this one. It's just that bid ask that kind of sucks on it.
So I think that also, like Nick said, with speculative information with the miners and HUD being up as well today, right? That we are this is more likely leaning towards BTO just because of all the other speculation there. And again, like that bid fill could mean that trade just got a good fill to begin with. Maybe he bought a huge order in, and the first one he technically got filled on, or she got filled on, was that closer to the mid of bid, right? So that could be also a speculation you can make, right? But I think in this case, what Anthony was saying with the IV going up is a good point, because that also looks good, right? That like gives you a better idea of what it is for flow, I feel like.
Real quick, we are up 26% on the 674 puts.
Sell it.
If this 5-minute candle doesn't give me a new low right now, I'm going to take profit now. If they give me a new low, I'm only trimming one, and I'm going to hold the other one to see if we get down to my 672.75.
Oh, I thought you bought like 55 contracts.
New low, new low. We're out one, leaving the other one on to see if we get my target. Baby! Let's go!
Did I not say 30% when you put it in too?
Yeah, that was a 30% one right there.
No,
We're at 32 now. I'm going to hold this one until they take out the current 5-minute candle to the upside. Otherwise, it'll be about a break-even exit. We'll have made $50.
I had to dump my SPY shares there to get you up.
Yeah, thanks, bro. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. I gotcha. Only dumped about 20 billion right there.
The true whale. All right, go ahead. Finish your explanation. Sorry.
The GTLBs is like Jay-Z you were saying too. You also got some action, some more ask side action here on the 116.37 fives and the 42 fives here. Kind of like the mid. I like buying time on contracts too to avoid that theta.
That's fair.
But a little smaller size there too. Wonder how they look. Bid side and ask. Yeah, the smaller volume, it doesn't always give me the best confirmation. But I mean, like I like this at IV spikes. This bid-ask spread is a little more reasonable. So I kind of like those 12, 17, 42 fives. Then you also have, where was it? Or the 116, 42 fives. Why did I say 12, 17?
It's okay.
So these are 2% in the money. Not majorly in the money where anything, it kind of turns me off a little bit. But you do have some previous open interest here. And it kind of looks like it's
super quick scalp update. We're up 40%, still staying in it. I'm going to show the folks Periscope real quick for what I'm looking at. Why I got in, we rejected up here at 6760 very firmly. That's that positive gamma. That's why I got in the puts. Right now, my target, we're almost there already on SPX, would be 6740.
Hey,
that is the next positive
thanks
gamma.
for letting us know.
I'm going to leave this open right now. I'm about to take profit on this if they bounce it. Pop this back up.
So then for an educational thing from my standpoint, so you're looking for a bounce at that large green bar there.
Yeah, I want to see if that holds a support or if they knife on through it.
Anthony, do not go in this rabbit hole, because I've already gone in this rabbit hole. It's dangerous, man. I'm telling you,
almost
it's
there.
addicting.
We have a
It's
negative
so
gamma
addicting.
zone directly beneath it, 6735. If we sweep that, I expect us to hit 6730. So I'm right now just watching to see what they do at 6740, whether I keep this on or take my profit and look for a re-entry. They're right there. I'm taking it off. I'm gonna take it off for now. I'll let you guys know if we get back in. But boys and women's and men's, we just got another.
And children of all ages.
Another 10% gain on the portfolio value. We're at 2,200, baby. 1,000 to 2,200 in about 2.5 weeks. We are
I found
trucking.
some iron puts that came in that look interesting.
Did you have anything else on GitLab before I switch over to JZ's screen?
Nothing else really. I mean, I was just
Sorry
gonna
to keep
talk
interrupting.
about
I just
that.
wanted to.
But no, you're good. The 116.37.5. I was gonna say this one a little more, and not favorable on this one. So JZ can
GitLab,
take
you
it
mean?
away from here. Yep.
Iran has a good 20p for 220 2026 with 215,000 in premium. 40. I know it is 44% out of the money. I get it, but you know it's like when I see these, I kind of get.
I know a lot of people are really, really into deep out of the money, and that's fine. It works for you, dude. Like you're killing it. Like
Yeah.
I'll give you shit for the penny stocks, but I mean those work for you too.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, Joe, if you're talking about TMC with that, I agree with you. That's why I wanted a deep pullback. With TMC, that thing, every major dip on that bastard has gotten bought up with power, like it seems, for like the last month and a half. So I'm gonna kind of see what it does throughout the day. I might get into that at the end of the day if the pullback holds the supports. I did touch on supports earlier, but I'm not gonna jump back into that. But later, if you want, you can see the supports I drew. I pissed off someone in the chat because they don't like TA, but that's fine. Yeah, Joe says not that technicals matter in this scenario. That's exactly right. TMC's been memeing in both directions. It's kind of hard. All right, go ahead, JZ.
I like this as we're increasing it's filling out the ask over here. We are getting a wider spread here, which is kind of pushing it towards a little bit towards the bid side, but I think the majority is at the ask over here. And I actually did look at this. So when I pulled this up, I saw that the call volume is a lot higher on here, and so I wanted to see why that was. I went into Iron. Oh my god, I have so many tabs open. This is gonna crash again. We did.
Wait, aren't you on the Mac now?
No, this is.
Oh god, you're taking a risk.
I am taking a risk, but I have the Mac ready to go just in case, so I can just pop it open really quickly. Just change the wires and pop it open just in case. But we have which looks to be bid side on the call here, so we'll take a little bit of a look in there. Obviously, definitely not definite, right? I want to close too many. Sorry, I gotta close all this. It's giving me issues. Sorry, there we go. Where was I? We were on. Yeah. All right, so we have this little puppy here. I want to see. Woof woof. We're starting off here at 11:08 timestamp. They're all the bid. Just a quick little glance over this. 11:08. Yeah, I think over here started 10:06, 11. So don't think this is the same person. I think that this is more towards the bid side too. So having like that 220, the put coming in for Iran for the 30. What was it? Hold on. The 20p for 220 plus that 39C that looks quote unquote on bid side, right? It's kind of interesting to me as well. Higher IV on the puts as well. Just an overview of it. I think that giant that if you look at today's premium, where we are trending more bearish on there. Again, that premium is not the gospel, right? Obviously. So I'm just gonna keep an eye on this. I do like that. That 220 is a lot of time, right? It is 20p. What is the actual IV on the contracts? Why is it not showing that to me? Do I have to really? Gonna make me really scroll all the way that way to see the IV?
Yep.
You are gonna make me scroll.
Left and right, baby.
IV is 117. It is. I will say it is really high IV for a contract that's months away, right? So, however, I looked at IREN when I pulled it up first. It was down around 3%. It's going down some more. These will be interesting to see what happens with IREN going into tomorrow and future. So it's kind of interesting. So that was something interesting I picked up. Probably not gonna jump into it right now because as we wind down a little bit more, the holidays and stuff coming, I'm a little bit more hesitant to jump into flow. More so a little bit more hesitant. But 9 billion market cap, decent sized premium on that that 20p. So I kind of like it. So we'll keep tabs on it. So what was the premium actually on that? 215,000 on a $9 billion market cap is pretty high in my opinion.
I don't hate it. I mean, it's down so much over the last few days already. That's part of the thing. It's like
Yeah.
are we selling the whole, so to speak? Just
Yeah.
like that's why I took that put off too. We basically got within like what was it? Here, let me pop this open. We got within like $2 of that 67.40 level I was targeting.
Yeah.
Some folks, I know some futures traders, the top step guys talk like this too. They say like 10% rule if you're that close to target and it's starting to just tickle up in the opposite direction a little bit, just take it. And I think that's a good motto to have. You don't need exact targets. Close enough is good.
Yeah,
I mean,
close enough.
We took 30% on one and 33% on the other. We're fine.
Yeah.
And
I'm a
as you
big
see, we're
percentage,
bouncing
yeah.
before we got there. If I were to get puts again, I would do it around 67, 65. But honestly, percentage-wise on the account, that's good for today. Unless there's something super clean, there's no reason for me to take another trade. Like that was what, like almost $200 win. You can live off $200 a day. You know what I mean? I'm good. Unless they give us something clean. You know me. I got that degen in me when it comes to scalping.
Unless you're Tucker and you like all the nice things in the world, right?
What are you talking about, bro? You're just saying stuff. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
His face isn't even showing. He can't even defend himself. Look at this guy.
I have no interest in defending myself. When you're saying such nonsense like that, I'm like, go ahead. Say what it is.
When Jay-Z's done with his, I got something for that IWM
sure.
from earlier too.
BTU, more energy coming in, right? We did see BAE yesterday, Bloom Energy. We're having some BTU. I've been seeing a lot of energy flow coming recently too. I don't know what that vindicates or what it's like a reasoning behind the energy flow, right? But there's definitely some love coming in for energy sector right now. So I would definitely have my eyes open on any energy flow that's coming in. These look relatively good. 417, 2026, 42%. They are 50% out of the money, so they do need a massive move for it to go anywhere, right? So it seems like timestamp wise, 10:03. Yeah, there's just the one, looks like the one single IV increase and everything else is just one timestamp, right? So I feel like up to here. So I feel like there's nothing much more to go off of. So just keeping tabs on this. I will definitely add this watch list. I am interested in that. So go ahead, Anthony. You're up.
Switch them over, baby.
I know we were looking at those IWMs a little bit. I think Jay-Z, you weren't here. I think you're having the computer issues at the time.
Yeah.
But we did see that large ask side candle on the IWMs a little bit earlier. Just kind of looking at it again too. I mean, that IV was rising that entire time. Spot rose on the large size and premium here. IV spiked a little bit. We now have another candle, 3061 volume there, and again that first candle was 3018. Do have some other little spikes in here. This is another one where tomorrow either you're going to see that most of that volume turn into open interest, maybe it's a contract handoff, or they close. So I mean, you can get more volume throughout the day too, but I mean with what we have right now. And it's interesting because when you look at this ask side candle as well, come down here,
I'm in puts again. That's all I'll say for now.
this IV. Oh, here it goes. This IV, and it's very. Again, we don't know for sure. This is just kind of a screen time thing. You have very similar timings coming all the way up here, and that IV again kind of rises and then drops here as well. I think this whale may be getting out there. Again, won't be able to confirm until that open interest updates tomorrow, but really an interesting one to kind of keep an eye on to see what happens there.
The audience might hear a ding. They're getting close to my stop.
Ding, 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 ding.
So
Oh,
that's kind of...
Yeah,
Tucker, I have a question.
could very well be a
you
double
learning?
tap.
Are you learning anything from any of this stuff we all talk about every single day?
A tad.
tad,
But
okay.
to be honest, it's mostly like a lot of this is terminology that I'm not particularly familiar with. So it's
Fair
like,
enough.
I'm trying
Yeah.
to pick it up as I'm going.
That's
You'll
fair.
get there, man.
Yeah, you
That
get
should
there.
be the 2026 goal. Have Tucker become a pro at Unusual.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh,
Definitely tune into the Snorlax streams on Thursdays. Those are much
the
more
best.
educational than
Super
our
educational,
than
yeah.
our shenanigans.
I'm a shenanigans player. Like this is not like this is for the fun of the show. That's why I do it.
If this 5-minute candle closes around the 675, there's 4 minutes left, so they might stop me out before it. But if it closes here, I'll have to stop out by virtue of its setting up a reversal.
Yeah.
I'll let you know.
DHT puts came up on something. I can't remember which filter it was. There's
Right
too much.
here.
Yeah.
top.
So yeah, I have the DHTs up, the 130K.
417.12 puts. Got some
yeah.
volume on
If
it.
you look at the actual tape,
Ugh.
yeah, but however, if you go through and scroll through the actual tape, like you can see the original area is a 0.65. I mean, yeah, the spread is increasing, which is why I think it's getting filled at that level. But I think someone's just getting lucky with their fills. I want to lean more towards the BTO side on this.
Yeah, that's it. So first trade of the day here, size 40,
Increasing
40.
IV. Yeah.
So let's kind of follow this up. Yeah, that spread, that bid-ask spread, a little goofy there. See, I mean, yeah, your IV spikes here, your spot rises. That's a big thing to keep an eye on. Spot drops and that bid-ask widens a bit there, and your IV spikes. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, something like this, it's tough for me because I have to kind of do surgery on it to make it fit my rules. But I like that IV increase, and I mean, your spot does increase from that entry, like you were saying there.
I think someone's
Almost-
just getting lucky with the fills. Is my
Yeah.
whole perspective on it.
Almost a coin flip one there for me. I mean, that's a good example, though, that, again, you have to look at the actual raw flow feed there. Because, I mean, at first glance, you look at that, you might be like, oh, well, they're selling those. Well, not necessarily. You got to kind of do a little research on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an interesting one, though.
I understood some of those words.
Some things, not all of it.
If
What
this
else
current
is
5
on
minutes sets a
DHT?
new high, I'll take it off. We're still up on the day nice, boys. This has been a decent day for SPY traders and future scalpers. Not a great day for flow traders yet. I haven't seen anything come through my filter that I'm really gung-ho on yet. And that's just how it is, man. We've got holidays right around the damn corner. And for those of you who are wondering, keep an eye on the Unusual Whales page. We'll be having a little something special for the holidays.
Ooh, discounts.
Hey, I didn't say that.
And that holiday, too, yeah.
I mean, that's what it is. But that's not.
I'm assuming it.
Yeah, keep in mind, too, with the holidays, it's a short week next week.
Yep.
Early closed on Wednesday, Thursday, closed all day. So weekly contracts, Theta will be very aggressive.
Nick, remind them about next week and what we're doing next week.
Yeah,
too.
next week. If you go to the calendars page itself, the trading calendar. I'm gonna be populating this with all of our scheduled shows today, both ours and Snorlax's webinars that are way more educational. Again, don't miss those; they are very important if you want to understand the tools. But I'm gonna be putting our schedule on this trading calendar on usualwhales.com trading/trading-calendar, so you can kind of keep up when we're gonna be live and what we're doing. But next week, instead of Monday, Wednesday, we're just going to do a one-off episode on Tuesday. I'm going to be driving on Monday, so I won't be around for it. And obviously Wednesday is the start of the holiday, so we're not going to be live then. But we're gonna be live on that Tuesday, December 23rd. I am getting my move in SPY right now, and I'm going to pretend that it's not exciting. I'm gonna pop this open. All right, folks, right here at 674.07. If they bounce me, I'll take profit again. If they knife through it, Once again, we're targeting my support way the hell down at 672.75. I'm going to give this a little bit. I'm on the 1 minute right now. With SPY, I tend to use the 5 minute a little bit more. It's a little more uniform. With futures, I scalp the 1 minute and the 3 minute. Very short time frame trader. Do I miss out on gains? Yes, but I also cap my losses. And that's more important than hitting every gain you can get.
You don't go broke taking profits.
That's
No, you
also not
don't.
true, though. That's also not true at all.
No.
The same reason, Jay-Z, that we talk about you don't need a high win rate to be profitable.
Yeah,
You can have a
true.
high win rate and lose all your money still.
Yeah.
If your losses outweigh monetary value of your wins, you're going to lose money. All right, I'm watching this 5 minute candle open. We're still here. We got 4 minutes left in our current 5 minute. This 1 minute candle, I don't want it to take out the last 1 minute candle. I want continuation without a back test because this is a bounce spot, like I said. We're going to give this just a breath of fresh air. I've got my order ready to take profit. We are up to 22.50 on the account. If I get my full move, boy howdy, we're going to be up 130% on the account total. So let's see what they do here for me on the 1 minute. I'm just going to keep this open for a moment, and then we'll get back to some flow breakdowns. I just want to see this trade through.
If there's any flow breakdowns.
Yeah, fair enough. Let's see what they do for me, though. Let's see what they do for me. I feel it. You feel good, boys? Feel the power.
Sure. Yeah.
All right, I'm trailing to the 1 minute.
Tucker's like,
If
yeah,
they take out
we
this
can
1
say
minute
that.
candle, I'll take it. I'm trailing to the 1 minute candles now. We are in that zone. We're in a bounce area. Moving toward my target. If they can't give me my continuation now, I'm just going to use up one of my F-bombs and fuck off. Take my profit. Good day.
Not bad. One. This far in the show. you
I
only
know,
used
dude.
one.
We're 2 hours in. I've
Damn.
only done it once. I'm progressing as a human.
Yeah, you
I'm
are.
becoming more official and businessy. That's not going to happen, I'm going to be honest.
Yeah. Let's be real, okay?
You won't catch me in a suit anytime soon, y'all.
Yeah.
I'm getting impatient. Just make the move or stop me out, please. That's something. Patience is important to trading. It is, and I don't have any of it. So that's one of my biggest faults with trading is I'm an extremely restless and patient person. Right now I'm getting my move though. Let's see. They could form that W I talked about earlier, or they can just give this another stair step that happened to bounce a little bit more than the last ones. All right, trailing to the 1 minute. If they get above 674.09, I'm out. Otherwise, I'm still in this. Let's see what they give me. Let's see what they give me. Give me a piece of candy.
I'll dump some more of my SPY shares.
Yeah,
in a
yeah,
second.
Anthony,
dump-
liquidate all of your SPY shares for me, bro.
Oh my
Appreciate it.
God.
All right, we gotta talk about it.
But-
What's everyone's favorite candies?
Oh my God.
Reese's, man.
Reese's
dude,
is
what
up
a good
there.
pull. What a good pull.
Reese's
dude.
is up there, man.
Reese's in the freezer. In the freezer.
You know what's even better though?
Do
The
y'all
mini Reese's, like the really small ones, that are like a little pop in your mouth.
Oh yeah,
It's the
yeah.
perfect balance of chocolate and peanut butter. There's a tad too much peanut butter in a full Reese's cup. in
I
my
just like
opinion,
Reese's
but-
Pieces, man.
Oh,
Those are
that's
the
what they
shit.
call.
Like the Reese's M&Ms, essentially. Those are
Yeah.
awesome.
I got a couple boxes upstairs if you want me to.
Hell
hand one.
yeah, dude. I like
Come on
over.
this one's a little boomer of me, but I love Charleston Chews.
Yeah,
They're
that's pretty
essentially
cool.
marshmallow
What about-
nougat.
are you a
wrapped
big
in
Necco
chocolate.
wafers guy?
If you freeze those shits, dude, it's such a fun snack. All right, give me my move or stop me out. 674.09, I'm out. See what they do. 1 minute left in the 5 minute candle. I need this 5 minute candle to make a new low. Otherwise, there's no reason to stay in. They can still backtest this whole 5 minute candle and hold the pattern, but we're on a small account, folks. We're not taking that risk. We see money, we take money on a small account. Except for the 20% rule, even though it's a good rule.
I had to update something on the FDS position I had posted earlier on.
Oh, the
on
FedEx?
No, FDS. Posted it
Oh,
on
FDS. Gotcha.
on Unusual Whales. It seems like they're taking an exit from their entry on 12/4. Seems like today they are getting out before earnings tomorrow pre-market for the most part.
Come on,
They-
Spy. Show me you like me.
Took it from $800 all the way up to a high of $1,600.
All right, if this 5 minute back trace is too far, I'm just going to go ahead and take these off. Same stop at 674.09. I want this 5 minute candle to instantly continue for me. Otherwise, they're just going to do the back testing of EMA shit, and I don't want to sit through that. I want to keep my money. All right.
Those Nvidias are, I think, doing real well, by the way.
Those puts
The
from
ones that-
earlier, yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
We've got a ASDF GH6608 in the YouTube chat saying UPS 105C January 16th, and I sent the link to you guys.
I got you, Tucker. Thank
for
you,
that
sir.
one.
All right, I'll flip you over to Jay-Z's screen. I'm still in these puts, y'all. They haven't stopped me out, and looks like they're trying to continue down. I'm gonna keep an eye on it.
The 105, these ones right here, I'm guessing. Yeah.
Sorry,
All right,
interrupting
50
you again already. They're doing it for me. They're doing it for me. I want this new low. I want below 673.43. If they bounce out of this and leave a wick there, leave that little shadow, I'm getting the hell out, and that's fine. I'm just going to give this 10 seconds, then I'll flip back to you guys. They might take me out here.
Don't take him out. Just be nice when you just give him a little slap on the cheek.
I'm taking it. Let's go, dude! I gotta lose more. Guys, it's not normal to win all your scalps. I just want to point that out. I lost the big one on Monday. So if you're here on Monday, you got to see me lose. It happens. I'm gonna stop scalping. Let's get back to flow.
It's okay. It's
I'm gonna
okay.
stop scalping.
Listen. My flow losses have made up for your wins. Don't worry.
We are up like almost $300 today from scalping. I'm done. I'm gonna take that. I wish I could lock my account like some futures platforms allow, so you don't get tempted and go into FOMO and trade when you shouldn't. But I'm just gonna close my SPY chart entirely and only look at charts of flow we look at. Dude, Cypher shit the bed since we talked about it.
Yeah.
Glad we didn't chase that. All right, UPS, baby, UPS.
Cypher. What was that? The 6,000 one, right? Was it the 6,000 one? Oh, that's Saber. Never mind. That was Saber. UPS looks like closer to bid side on this one. 57% multi on this. What is our multi? Man, whenever I see multi-leg, I feel kind of some kind of way. I feel some kind of way. Let's look at one of these. Oh boy. What do you make of this, Nick? I'm like terrible with multis for the most part. So, what do you make of this?
Scroll up. I want to see the actual.
Yeah, that's why.
I hate when they spread it out across so many orders. It's so ugly. Xbox. Dude, every single contract can be a closure, so it's harder to speculate on spreads when both positions could be being closed. And in this case, both positions could be being closed.
Yeah.
If everything is bought to open, this is a bearish bet.
Okay.
They're buying it again, speculating heavily. This could be a completely closed position of a bullish position that's now closing. But if this is an opening position, it is bearish. Look at the premium discrepancy between the puts and the calls. The puts are far more expensive. So if these are all bought to open, they're buying the puts for downside movement, and those $105 calls would rather be kind of collateral for those puts.
Just in case.
Yeah. If the stock goes up sharply, those puts are going to lose value faster than those calls gain value, most likely. What is the stock trading at itself? Because that can give us a little information too. So these are kind of at the money, slightly out of the money.
Yeah.
Let's scroll down to the history.
I'll also reminder that remember UPS and could be a correlation or a sympathy play for FedEx earnings as well, which is on 12/19. So just keep that in
UPS is
mind.
at $180 or $100.90 right now.
Yeah. So probably
And-
it could be a correlation sympathy play for UPS.
All right, real quick.
FedEx.
Real quick. All right, hold on.
Oh, he's
Hold on.
scalping again, isn't he?
No. I'm done. My girlfriend just burned the shit out of me. She's listening in, and to the "we see money, we take money" comment, she hit me with a Tim Robinson. You sure about that? Your trader says otherwise.
No, are you sure about that?
And I'm gonna be honest, dude. She's right.
Good call, good call.
She. Damn it.
Yeah, she called you.
She's keeping me
out.
honest. I know.
Damn.
She's seen me sit through some pretty messed up drawdown on futures trades before, after being in profit. So that's where that's coming from. It's not unwarranted at all. But hey, for this account, we see money, we take money.
I will say that for the person that did post this the contract, it's not much going on, right? So again, would like to see a lot more volume, but could be, like I said, it could be a definitely sympathy play for FedEx earnings, right? Because they might go hand in hand with that. So what was that correlation chart, Nick, that you posted? How do I get to that from here? If I were to look at it from here,
Just go up to the top search bar again and type correlation. Correlation dashboard.
I was gonna show you after you look at that, Jay-Z. I was gonna show you another trick I typically do when it's a multi-leg trade as well, too.
Sweet. I'll take
Tips and
any
tricks, baby.
Here you
look
go.
At that.
Look at that.
Well, I mean, it makes
Look at
sense. It's the
that.
same shit, man.
Yeah, but I'm trying to say that like it could be.
And
it could
you
be
can
a
also
sympathy
change
play.
the time period right next to the search bar as well. That's the 1 year correlation. Pretty damn correlated. Unless it's 1-to-1, that's about as close as you can get, man. The 5 year, they're negative correlated a little bit. Interesting. What's the 2 year like? Yeah,
Half.
about kind of correlated.
10 days. Nope.
I like when I'm looking at like correlation, I like seeing like above 0.5.
Yeah.
Because that's, 0 would be neutral. -1
Yeah.
would be not correlated at all. They'd be inverse correlated. 1-to-1 obviously would be directly correlated.
Anthony, hit me with that multi-leg thought process.
Go back to the UPS contract, or was it
This
FedEx?
one?
UPS? I don't know. They're
Yeah.
both the same to me.
Damn.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
It's the
I'm
same
here.
Give me
picture.
my stuff. That's all that matters.
I'm here.
Okay, I'm waiting for it to catch up on the YouTube stream, sorry. So click on the like double arrows there for the multi-leg trade.
Go to the Discord that we're in, and you can
Yeah,
watch.
you can watch this
currently
stream.
live.
Yeah.
That's why we
fine.
share our screens in Discord.
Okay. So
Yeah.
click on the visualize the PL and the profit loss calculator. This is typically what I do because I'm not the best at reading multi-leg trades, but if you click on that, then scroll and then switch it to the table there at the top, to your
Table.
left.
Down
Sorry,
and left. Right below
Down.
you.
Oh, okay.
So I mean that kind of.
And also, real
I
quick,
typically will-
Jay-Z, way up at the top, right underneath the Unusual Whales logo, click that little left-pointing arrow. There we go. All right, go ahead.
So yeah, that's all I was gonna say. Is I kind of try to pull that in if it's like a really big, goofy multi-leg trade. I'm not the best at reading them.
You can kind of see the trajectory based on, and again, the way this part works is the options profit calculator is speculating on what the spread is.
Yep.
So this is assuming, there's assumptions being made here.
Yeah.
an
Man, we're
easy
missing
way
all.
to-
It's currently assuming a bullish position with this chart's layout. The calls go uppies, the puts go downies.
Yep.
But I mean, there's so much open interest. It could
Yeah.
be either way. It could be either way.
I would obviously want to see, if you want to play UPS, I would want to see what comes in FedEx as well, because I think that's also going to be tied in. So make sure you're looking at both of them going in, especially going to earnings, right? So just a tip. on
And
that.
Tucker dropped us a new ticker request in
All right,
the
we'll
chat
get
as
into
well.
it.
Yeah, this is NIO 8P January 16th.
8P, 61%. Okay, so when I see something this far in the money, I kind of like don't look at it as much. But that's just me. I know what your thoughts are, Anthony. I know you might have a different outlook on it.
Yeah, 61% in the money is a little kind of far in the money, and again, it's
Yeah.
a really slow mover too. So
Yeah.
Yeah, that's deep, huh?
Yeah, that's a real deep in the money.
If they're
contract.
sold, if they ended up being sold to open, they might be playing premium for a bounce. With that kind of open
upsies.
interest, man, that's hard to speculate on. That's a lot of open interest. Like,
Yeah,
that's so
dude.
much open interest.
Oh my god. Yeah, this
it
is
could even just straight up be closures with that kind of bid ask spread. You don't know if that's bought sold going on there. Yeah, I mean there's so much open interest, and it's a perfect midfill. It starts off at the ask there, and then that bid ask spread tightens up. So I would speculate that these are being bought. Now, whether they're being opened or closed, open interest will help us out tomorrow. It's just hard because they could very much be being closed. Pop open that contract overview there. Let's see where this open interest came from. It's been open for forever.
slow burner.
Yeah,
oh my
it's
god.
getting fills all over the place, but who knows, man? It could be
Yeah.
an opener, it could be a closer. I wouldn't if I'm speculating on this being opened, I would almost speculate sold to open just because of how deep in the money it is. But
Yeah.
it's hard. This is something that I would ignore.
Yeah, this is so far in the money for me. That I don't like basic in the money calls, let alone like this far in the money calls. It's too much speculation for us to be like, hey, this could be something good. Like now, if you see like, let's say if you see Neo calls coming in, which are out the money, and with Nick's outlook on how he said that it could be possible, push through the upside with the sold to open on here, then you can kind of like put two and two together. But again, that's so much fishing to do, right? That like Anthony said, that if you're surgically trying to dissect something, I feel like just move on to the next one. There's always going to be another trade, in my opinion. So
You have some interesting 1-2 FCX 49 calls. I just
yeah,
hit the tape there.
yeah, FCX, we're already in it.
Hey man,
Give it to me.
I
Give it
am
to
a
me.
fan of Confluent. I
Give me
love to
some.
see more bullish flow come in on something I'm in. Now it's not indicative that I'm right,
Yep.
but it helps ease the. I mean, let's be perfectly honest. Depending on sizing, no matter what, no matter how seasoned you are, there's a little bit of emotion involved, and just being
Of
kind of on
course.
top of that. Like I've talked about it so many times. I have so many mental illnesses, homies. My brain is scrambled eggs over garlic butter. Like it's insane up in here. And sometimes it gets the better of me. You just got to be cognizant of that. I had a really
Yeah.
bad blow up in September when we had a loss in the family. It happens. You just got to be cognizant of that shit. And when I'm in a trade that's down, like right now, our FCX is down 44% total. Seeing confluence helps that confidence a little bit. If I'm seeing more bullish flow coming in on something I'm down on, it doesn't mean I'm going to add. Adding to a losing position is risky. You're more likely to blow your shit up if you add to a losing position. Sometimes I'll enter a new position coinciding with it, but I tend not to buy the dip too much on contracts I already have. It can be a good strategy, but I've personally turned it into a slippery slope of doom. Jay-Z, I'm sure you've done that before too. Just buying
Plenty
the
of
dip
times.
on something and just nuke your
Plenty
shit.
of time. Yeah, of course.
It eases whatever kind of anxiety might be coinciding with your down position when you see other positions opening up that coincide with what you've got. Now, notably, these are significantly closer to the money than what we're in. We are in the $52 calls for January 2nd. I was actually looking at maybe rolling these forward, but I'm gonna sit in these for the rest of the day. I think I want to see what happens with this new bullish.
I
flow.
think they're bouncing off what I was looking at for level as well. And they're kind of holding strong. I feel
Yeah, like I said, our
in.
stop is really far down.
Yeah, the buyers are coming in. Seems like that they want to spend more money on this, and I think I'm happy holding it a little bit longer. I will say
Kind of a
that
midfill, though.
this one over
Closer
here
to the ask, but
we're starting off quote unquote at the bid, but yeah, it's
a little bit of an
mid.
ascending fill though. That gives me
Yeah.
a little less pause.
IV increases too, kind
Yeah.
of makes me happy a little
Not
bit
too
too.
terribly concerned. I don't, it could be sold to open. I'm leaning bought on these.
Yeah.
But hey, we'll see. Go ahead and bookmark that so we can revisit that specific contract, even though we're not in it.
Yep.
Yeah, those
I mean,
49s look a little better.
Better,
too, and a
yeah,
little
yeah,
closer
yeah,
to the
yeah.
money too.
Yeah. Again, the only person that knows what they're doing is this trade itself.
Absolutely.
Yep. All right. What else do we have that's interesting that came in? Anything? AI. When did this? What is the market cap on this? 1.99. Why is somebody buying 1226 AIs? I haven't seen this come up in a while.
Big
Interesting.
multi-leg on that one too. It looks like
Yeah.
1%.
Yeah. What was our multi?
You man, who the hell knows? There's 4 strikes involved. Let's scroll back up. Let's see if maybe they're rolling a spread. What do we got? Look at that open interest, homies. This is an entire spread rolling. I'm willing to
Yeah.
bet. Go ahead and open up the volume, the contract overview of the high open interest, the 15.5.
This one?
The high open interest, 2 below it. Yep. Scroll down. Cool. Let's go up to the volume bar profile. Set it to 7 days. Click one of those entry candles. It's multi-leg as well. Click that multi-leg. Look at that open interest. Somebody has been rolling this spread for weeks. I'm not going to speculate too heavy. I mean, there's 3 strikes here. This is a weird one too. But this entire spread's been rolled at least twice. I bet if you click on that volume profile and we go back in time some more, we're going to see it again.
Yeah, but there's too much dissection.
There's too much dissection.
Yeah.
I ignore stuff.
Right?
If it's just the spread itself and we don't have a history of consistent rolling, I look a little closer. When it's like that, unless it's something crazy, like sometimes Snorlax catches these ridiculous rolls on SPY where they're just profiting month over month over month over month. Those can sometimes be followable. But if it's, you know, if it's just constant spread rolling, it almost makes me think they're hedging shares positions or short positions. It adds too many layers of speculation for me to be comfortable with it, and so I tend to ignore.
You don't want to do heart surgery. You want to do an amputation. Amputation's a little easier than heart surgery.
Yeah, but like Civil War style, where it's just like some whiskey and a hacksaw. I don't want to complicate shit. Flow's already complicated enough on the surface. Yeah. I'm not good with Greeks. I'll be the first to admit that. The only Greeks I really watch are Theta and Gamma. And I know that'll probably piss off a couple of the traders in the YouTube chat.
Yeah,
they're out here flinging butterflies and shit. But hey,
Yeah.
I'm a simple man. I do what works for me. Do what works for you. Eventually, I am gonna yoink Dan on here to go over some spreads because one of my favorite spreads with indices and ETFs is calendar spreads. He has a really good breakdown of that. There's a couple videos on our education playlist on the YouTube channel. There's a couple videos about calendar spreads specifically from Dan. Must watches. If you can pull those up, Tucker, drop those in both chats for the homies. That'd be great. Calendar spreads are they're cool, man. They're so much safer than naked options. What's up?
Drop what in there, you said?
Calendar spreads. If you just type calendar spread in our channel, it'll be there. There's 2 videos. Just drop the first one. They can get to the second one themselves. I believe in you guys.
Interesting.
Skin. My skin tingles because I'm sick.
Skin over 1.5.
I do like seeing those FCX. Sorry to bring that back up.
No, I do too.
Makes me feel better. We sat through some drawdown on these bad boys.
I mean, yeah, but we got smacked last time and yesterday, and it's actually doing a lot better than it was.
They didn't lose our support, man. Plus, I was kind of getting flashbacks from my SGML stop out because I stopped out at support instead of waiting to see what they did. I stopped out right at the level, and guess what they did? They rocketed off of it. It was just a back test. I dropped the ball on SGML. Jay-Z didn't though. No,
I did not. I held through that drawdown.
Damn, they got really close to that initial target I had on SPY, 672.75. They've now bottomed out at 673.07.
Let me see what else I got.
But I'm not taking another trade. I'm done. I'll be good.
Nothing on there.
I know Mac is in the chat thinking. She's not even in the chat. She's just listening. She's like, this guy's talking bullshit. He's going to take another trade.
She knows you better than anybody else, man.
She's usually right.
KVO. Oh, look at this. Hello. 96% multi. I just want to see what this multi is.
Ooh, piece of candy.
Roll.
Open interest. Could be a roll, yeah. Could be. No guarantee, but kind of seems like it. Different expiration, same strike, farther out. It looks like they might have gotten their asses whooped on that first one, and they're trying again.
Yeah, maybe they're still expecting. What is this? What is this ticker? It's
Never heard of it.
Yeah, that's why I like it.
Yeah, you do pull up these random ass tickers, dude.
Yeah, I like.
I'm gonna add the stock to our FlowWatch list on the account, and I might revisit those. I'm not gonna jump into them. That seems convincingly asked. This I do believe is a roll. You want to go to the contract they rolled from. The volume profile is different. It could technically be a ratio spread, but I'm leaning roll given that open interest. Let's see how that opened up. Because that bid-ask spread is dog shit. What the hell is that? Ask side back then got torched. What was that, 1,000? It was also ask side and got torched.
Someone's expecting some news, man. If these are
maybe they're taking basically a full loss on that. If you click out of this profile view and look at that bid-ask spread, these guys filled at dog shit.
Yeah.
But I mean, 2 days expiration, they're pretty out of the money and beat up like crazy. They might just be rolling forward and taking another stab at it after a loss there.
Yeah, do you know what though?
But hey, man, it's possible.
Head,
it's possible that these are sold to open too. I'm leaning sold to close. If they're sold to open, it's just someone taking a nice little premium grab with 2 days of expiration. But that's not a lot of money. You know?
I also like these just because
it's like 12 grand.
Someone is putting. I mean, if it is what we think it is, right? If somebody is taking a stab at it, I feel like that is something that they're expecting to happen with this. Which I'm gonna add that to my list. Hold on. Let's see.
Put it on my tab.
Let's see. I love these weird names, man. They make me happy.
He feels pretty. Oh, so pretty.
So what were they going into on the 32 fives, right?
Yeah.
The 35s are only $30 with a terrible spread, but interesting.
Yeah, that's part of why I want to wait toward the end of the day to see if they
I might
tighten
take a
up.
stab at these later on. I'm most likely gonna take a stab at these later on.
I want that bid-ask spread to tighten up though.
Yeah, I agree. But
I like it. We got to start taking some of these weird ass names you find. We miss out a lot by being too safe. And honestly,
we missed Riley too, by the way.
We have some cushion on the account now, man. We can start upping the risk factor a little bit. We've gone from 1,000 to almost 2,300. We can start taking some stabs at some of our more speculative plays now, I think. Especially since the Periscope scalping's been killing it, man. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I will not scalp anything without Periscope anymore. We also have on that 36,000 volume, we've got an X on that. Go over there and hover it. Yeah. So if you click on that candle, it's going to be a modified trade. That adds speculation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to add this to a list as well. So
that's why there's no bid ask, because it was a modified.
Yeah.
Yep.
With those modified trades, Nick and Jay-Z, have you guys noticed that it's usually floor trades that are modified more so than other trades?
Yeah,
and like a specific reason why.
I think it was Snorlax that did kind of a little bit of a dive on floor versus sweeps, and he didn't really find any kind of directional bias for either one. I tend to not care if it's a floor trade or a sweep. All a floor trade means is somebody's trading their own shit. Yeah. It's not like an institution type thing. It could be like mom and pop homie with a lot of funds. To some people, they do put weight on it, and they might have their own hypotheses and stuff there. For me personally, I don't tend to even look at it. I don't really care about it as much. But that's just a personal thing. Some people do, some people don't. I am a some people don't.
These CBHs look interesting too. These look really interesting, dude. 1.71. Haven't seen this name before. They had a volume 30 average start off at 11.26 to the 1.33. They were 97. They are currently down with that high volume average. I am extremely interested in these. 2.227. 2.27. We have 8%.
I'm gonna go have to take one of Stoney's famous piss breaks here quick too. So
attaboy.
You guys both got that problem, man. I got that problem when I sleep at night. I get up to pee, but
drink one of these and then tell me you don't gotta take a piss, man.
Hold that up again. I had already switched to Tucker. Oh nope, he's gone.
These, man.
Oh, it's too late.
No,
you're gone. Haha. Now you just look silly in the background.
Be right back.
Nick, I kind of like these, man. I kind of have these look pretty interesting to me.
I'm not hating it. It's about
it is expensive.
That's 10% of our portfolio for one.
You got really quiet, by the way.
It's fine.
It is 10% of our portfolio for one. It's like
No. Don't do that.
Be nice to me. I'm fragile.
Be nice.
Scroll down to the bottom of those orders, though. Yeah, a little bit of ascending in the IV. Not a lot. I mean, I don't hate him.
I'll take a look at it.
I don't hate it.
It's a later problem. Iron Call's coming in now.
Didn't we have bearish flow earlier on Iron?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. Interesting.
Somebody asked if we could look at silver. He's balls deep in HL, a minor, December 26 strike of 1950 and 20.
1920. Is it this one? 1219.
The December 26, 1950 and 20 are what he's in apparently.
These guys right here.
Now that said, at the top of the show, Economics at Large, somebody did ask about silver, and our general consensus is we wouldn't be betting against it by any means.
Yeah, but I wouldn't be
precious
chasing it either.
Precious metals are just, dude, the last year and a half, almost 2 years, are just up for precious metals themselves. If you got in at that bottom, homie, you're sitting pretty right now. A couple days ago, way down at less than $16 a share. When did you get in those? He says he's balls deep in them, and I don't recommend balls deeping any ticker ever. That makes me think you're oversized. If you're in profit, homie, and you're unsure, if you even have an iota of anxiety about where things are gonna go, and you're already in profit, man, just downsize. Take your profit and hold some for the home run. You don't need to hold the whole position if you're looking for a home run. If you hold a whole position for a home run, Jay-Z, what happens?
You get cooked.
Yeah, you get cooked.
Way
more often than
don't
not.
Sleep.
So Nick, I didn't tell you, Nick, earlier, but yesterday I ended up averaging down FCX, and I just took 20% off my position. I used the spreads to my advantage.
Right after we told people averaging down can be dangerous, this guy.
I didn't want to say nothing. I did yesterday. It was yesterday. So I just closed for 20%.
We went from negative 25% to in profit on our WhaleWatch FCX position. We're just barely in profit now.
Yeah, it's
but I'm not closing. I'm not closing ours. There's no reason to yet. They held support like I was hoping they would.
Holding one.
And they're trucking, so I'm vibing on these. I'm holding the whole position.
Look at these
contracts.
more MT flow. Remember we talked about MT a while back too?
I do not remember. So maybe it was a piss break talk.
No, it was definitely you were there. I remember you being there. I'm gonna keep track of.
You have to find the clip, man. I don't remember the sticker at all.
Dude, I need to find a lot of clips. Oh my god.
Yeah, we have a couple of spy scalps we can make little clips on. Yeah. Debate you guys to watch us more, see us win. Yeah. We can show them me messing up the oversized swing too. A week and a half ago. That was an oopsie.
Yeah. Also, us selling SGML and then me telling you to sell Poet at 20%.
SGML hurt more. SGML felt personal.
Yeah, it definitely was personal.
I took negative 50% in the next trading session. It was up 150% from my original entry. I was like, damn, dude, that felt so personal.
Yeah. They were like, that's what you get for selling.
Oh, yeah, we're in Nike calls. Those aren't doing great.
Oh, yeah, no. I
forgot. Nike gapped up that next day, too. I'm surprised you guys didn't take profits since you like to take profits.
We said we would hold. We said we would hold through earnings this time.
Yeah,
we said it. We're sticking to it.
We're gonna be.
Is that smart? No, that's not a smart thing to do.
Definitely not smart.
But we said it. We're gonna do it. So our 2,300 account might be worth 2,180 come Friday. We'll see. But no, they voted for it. We took it. We're holding it. We're gonna see it through. We did not see Oracle through, and that backfired bigly. So we'll let this happen.
All right. So we got Iron, Google, Palantir, FCX. I mean, there's nothing new really coming up. I'll keep tabs on this more.
There are no buyers in SPY today. They're still just. I think they're about to make a new low right here.
It's getting cooked.
10 minutes ago, I pointed out we made that new low at 673.07, and they're just about to it again. The 5 minutes about to give us a new low here. No buyers to be seen. Nobody look at your portfolios.
Too, with net premiums aren't everything, but I mean, you look at the last 30 days of SPY net premiums. It's been a lot of call outflow. So I mean, it's.
Economics at Large followed up with he's definitely oversized. He's up over the last week, thinking about closing out soon. Man, if you're thinking about closing out, close out. That's my opinion. Dude. It's not advice. There's no financial advice on here. We're doing educational things. But me, if I think I should close, I tend to just do it. I'll leave a runner, If I'm up enough that runner going to 0 will do absolutely nothing to that P&L, I'm gonna do it. Yeah, I mean, you know, your mileage may vary. Play your own risk tolerance. There's nothing wrong with leaving some on if you're up big to see if you can get a home run out of it. But if you're thinking about closing out soon, when I start thinking about closing out soon, I tend to do it. You watched me do it earlier in the stream. I was like, I think I might have to close out here. They're in a bounce area. They even barely bounced. I would be up even more right now if I stayed in, but that's okay. I played my tolerance. We bounced a little bit. I took my profit. I'm a fan of not being greedy, even though I do not obey that myself sometimes. What Tucker do? I missed it.
I just read the comment Tucker just said. I couldn't stop. It was pretty good. It was pretty funny.
This is from a while ago. Don't worry about it. Don't worry.
I missed it.
Yeah,
what I missed?
Don't worry about it, Nick. Don't worry about it.
Oh
I missed
shit!
it too.
All
It's
right,
over my
yeah,
head,
that's a good
too.
point.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I started laughing. Good catch, Tucker. Good catch.
A silver miner with an E. An E. Hey, that said, the statement stands. To be fair, it's applicable if there's an O. You very much should not do that. But yeah, I don't know, man. Play your own risk tolerance. If you think there's more upside, ride it, homie. But I personally tend to take my profit if I start getting wishy-washy. That said, all precious metals have been on the same trajectory with very minor pullbacks for like a year. If you're pretty close to expiration, what you could do, and what I have done, and what Jay-Z did not let me do with RR, and I'm going to bring that up again, you dick, is you can always take your profit and get back in if they give you a pullback. Otherwise, hey, you already made
I'll
profit.
let you get back in. What do you mean?
If your expiration's on 12/26, right? That's next week. It's a holiday week. Market's going to be weird. It might be low liquidity. You're really close to expiration. You already won. If I'm you, again, this is not advice. I'm not telling you what to do. If I was in your position, I would take profit and revisit at a later date, personally. I don't know what Jay-Z feels. He'd probably say leave a runner type thing.
Yeah, if I normally say I had 10 contracts, I will close majority of them, like at least 70% of my contracts, and I will leave a runner or two.
Yeah, and we're really close to your expiration, man. If you already killed it, there's nothing wrong with taking the gain. There's always the potential for missing out on more moves. There always is, period. There always is. But that's when you start getting into the habit of feeling FOMO to hold longer and longer and longer. And when you get into that habit, oh, baby, does it hurt. In 2021, I played a Chinese stock that was speculative about getting into mining Bitcoin and stuff, and I rode that position from $1,000 to $13,000, got greedy. One more day of holding, I lost money on the trade. It went from up 13 grand to negative 500 on my original $1,000 position. I got cooked.
Jesus.
So there's always the potential you're gonna miss more, but do you really need the more? That's why, depending on sizing, leave a runner, see if you can get another home run on the runner. But there's no reason not to take profit if you're up nice and you're really close to expiration, in my opinion. That's how I would play that. And then I would get back in if they give me the other opportunity. We just did that with whatever the hell RR was, Rictech Robotics. We did that. I played the run up on RR to, let me full screen this. We played the run up on RR based on flow from basically I want the hourly. That's too far back. From basically like 370-ish, right about here. This right here on the pullback and back up, once they reclaimed it, that flow came in, we got in it, and I played it pretty much to the high here, 483, and then it pulled back heavy, and then I got back in right around 404 and rode it only to about 450. I'll be honest, we started kind of bouncing around here on the 5-minute, and I got out, missed the run up again. I was going to play it again, and this time I did listen to Jay-Z and didn't play it again, which is good because that contract would be dead. We're way down in the 350s again on RR. But, I mean, if it presents another opportunity, great. I'll size for sure. Do you guys think about 0 DTE on Quantums? What's Quantum got on 0 dates? Got what? Wait, what? 0 DTE on Quantums?
I would assume we.
Today's not an expiration, is it?
No.
Do you mean like what do you mean by Quantums? Like just quantum computing as a sector or a specific stock? And then we'll wait 25 seconds for him to hear me say that because YouTube's lag is crazy.
Yup. That was one of the times I remember asking Anthony questions, and Anthony was just like, took like 3 hours to respond to me. This is fantastic, right?
I was having a snack break, man.
Oh, come
get those
Friday.
snacks?
How do we feel about the Friday expirations? The only time I play 0-date contracts personally is when I'm scalping SPY and in the morning. If I'm scalping SPY in the afternoon, I don't touch 0 dates because of the way the theta decay can absolutely destroy those, even if it moves in your direction. I don't tend to play 0 dates.
This is not financial advice, or what I'm saying is not financial advice, but buying time is such an underrated thing.
Yeah,
Like,
it's more expensive, but you're paying for
Yeah.
protection.
Yeah, buy time is like, if on anything you do. So that is just my 2 cents on that.
All right, I will say, let me pop this open quick. We are coming up on an almost 3-hour mark. So what I want to do is take one more dive through filters and see if there's anything that we can put on. And then I have a new overview video to finish today, so we'll probably move on to that.
Let me see.
We got some more cough puts that just hit the feed too.
You want to touch on them?
So,
Cough, or was it cough or cop? I think it was cop, right?
Oh yeah,
The-
earlier was
COF.
cop. Earlier was a P.
Earlier was, yeah, COP was or the one that hit earlier.
Because I made the alkaline trio joke and nobody got it.
Okay, yeah, there you go. They all
let
start to
me
run
see.
together at some point.
Oh yeah, they do. I did see these, but they're like crazy style
Yeah,
spreads.
they're not that good.
Yeah, that's crazy style spreads. But these I will see what I can do with these later on. Somebody got a great fill though on the 0.05. And somebody filled a 100, and somebody filled a 0.05. I'll take a 0.05 on that. There's no way.
What in the hell is that, dude?
All right.
That's
Right?
What? Dude, I got nothing. And look at that
Yeah.
implied volatility drop off too.
Yeah,
That
that's
bid-ask spread got
crazy.
weird as hell.
Someone
What
got
the?
cooked.
Oh my god.
Someone just paid like $1 for these. Holy cow!
Those are what 100% out of the money or 80% out of the money.
Yeah,
there.
that's
Yeah.
insane.
Ouch.
Yeah,
That's
someone got
just
hit.
like that NRDY we saw the other day. Some
Yeah,
sorry
someone
sucker got baited into a
yeah.
market order. That
Someone
hurt
got
my soul,
cooked.
dude.
That got cooked. Yeah.
Whoever sold that to them made out like a literal bandit. That poor person got robbed, dude. I watched it happen in real time too. I was looking at it, it said last fill 30 cents, and then boom, last fill $1. I was like, oh my god, that poor sumbitch just got screwed.
Yeah.
What are those? We already looked at MT.
Yeah. I there's a lot of sweeps coming in. I do
ETN
like
is that Etienne, the running back? Well, running backs now because his little brother's in the NFL now.
No, I don't know.
Eaton. Wait, it's sports related. Oh no, I'm thinking of Easton.
Easton, yeah.
Yeah, that's my bad.
These are interesting, the materials. We did see more earlier coming too, like a bunch early, like last week and stuff too. So something to keep
Oclo Health
tabs on.
pops up every now and again, but I don't like that. fill at
Oclo
all.
Oclo is it's a weird one, man.
Wait, no,
Oclo's such a weird
Oclo's
one.
not health. I think Oclo's something else. I
Ooh,
always
what
get
is
it-
this?
I get it mixed
EPAG.
up with other
Nuclear, I
stuff.
think. Nuclear.
EPAG 2.9 tools, industrials. Oh, after our earnings play.
As a Milwaukee Tools homie, I cannot condone longing another company.
Oh, I like
Ooh,
it.
that is a piece of candy though, and it's not an expensive piece. Wait, it has earnings today when it only has
Yeah.
Go to the overview. That can't be a very big implied move. It can't be. That implied
5%.
volatility is so low
What have they done prior earnings?
for earnings. Yeah,
I've
they're
seen- yeah.
they just kind of hang out in their implied move. Maybe somebody's expecting a significant miss or beat. I already forgot what the contract was.
It was the 53, the 45, 116. So that's 15% out of the
100
money.
volume. That's just like a couple bucks for an institute. That's like pennies.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Interesting.
I don't. You know, Hey, we made about 220 today scalping SPY. Do you want to risk 50 of it for an earnings YOLO?
Not. I'll text you. I'll message you if I end up liking any of the earnings.
All right, sounds
plays.
good. We'll keep an eye on it.
But I would probably end up playing a 12-19, not a 116.
Oh, you're going degen on it.
Yeah.
You mad lad.
Yeah.
Oh, that partially explains the implied volatility being low.
Yeah.
Actually, it's much farther dated.
So
Just back to our implied volatility thing, it tends to be
120,
high.
there you go.
Yeah, it tends to be really high around binary events like earnings. The farther away from that event you go in the future, the lower that implied volatility drops. It's not quite as affected as close stated contracts.
Interesting. This has caught my interest for sure, though. Anthony, on your side, Anthony, I have nothing.
No, I was gonna say you can maybe almost double dip on those FCXs, but they're already moving.
Yeah, it's too late.
Yeah, those things already
As I
moved.
was talking about being safe and not over averaging down, we were still down about 30% before that bounce, and I was considering doing it. But no. We're back to basically break even, a little bit of profit now on those FCXs. I'm not gonna add. We already have 3 contracts. It's a small account. That's fine. We'll ride it and see what we get.
Yeah,
Even though this degen bought the dip yesterday, didn't even say anything.
Sir!
Typical Furu behavior.
Hey, what do you mean?
Changing the narrative and not saying shit.
Listen.
If you wanted it to be a degen, you could almost take those core weaves from earlier. I don't know how much is going to carry
That's
over.
an
but they actually made a
expensive
kinda
degenerate
little-
move.
No,
man.
I took the sabers. Those sabers
Recovery.
of these sabers here. The what was it? That's for me. I think is more degenerate than anything else. Oh, they're already up. Nice, 3% up right now. These suckers right here. The 390.
Yeah, man. I'm
volume.
still. We'll revisit this. Keep that
Yeah.
bookmarked. I think.
I'm in
I
them,
think.
nigga. You're gonna find out what's happening to them.
I think the original homie that was in those is gone. I think those contracts either closed or got handed off. Personally, the size of those orders is too damn identical for me to ignore. Now that said, I've been wrong before. TMC, actually. I was telling folks who saw those initial flows that the $8 call back then looked like an exit, and I was wrong. It was a new position. So you never know until that open interest updates.
Saber, give me 50%.
We're all right, homies. I think we're at a good point to get out of your hair. Yeah, flow gets a little slower around the holidays. We got a couple of things on still. I'm going to pop open the broker to show what positions we're still sitting in. Most of them are pretty beat up. Nike, that's an earnings lotto. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. When we got it, it was the same situation as when you guys voted on Oracle for us to play. Literally the exact same scenario. I didn't like the chart, but you guys voted for it. We took it. I was wrong about Oracle. I had you guys vote on whether or not to keep it open, and the vote was about 4 to 3 for closing it, so I did. And we were wrong too. That thing popped off. We're gonna see this through to the end. So we're either gonna take a $122 hit from here, which is a total of 170, or we got a nice little earnings play that we put on. The other one we're in that FCX we just talked about. I've been given no reason to exit these yet. We're still in them. This nerdy is a lotto. We got into these before Jay-Z realized it might have been a good old-fashioned Twitter pump of dog shittery, but they're cheap. We paid like $18 a piece for them, and they're dated for June. That's worth just chilling out for me. We're still in our Hun calls. If you remember, we had $12 calls for February that we took profit on.
Yep.
I was going to roll them into the 12 we have for May and decided not to because that was also up. I might revisit that. I want to look at the chart again and take some breathers on that. We have until all the way in May for Hun to get up toward that $12 target. Not too worried about that. Our rocket play is cooked. That bad boy is down into zero or hero territory. It's dead. It's down 84%. Saving that $12 isn't really going to help our bottom line with a $2,300 portfolio. We're going to see if we can get this to bounce up for us before January. I doubt it, and I doubted it when we took the trade, but the flow was hard to ignore, and then we got follow-up flow, so we stuck to it. Looking like that was a mistake, but we'll lose a total of just above $70 on that position if it goes to zero, and by if I mean when. RC, this is a leftover from an RC basically lotto we took. We spent, again, $18 on this. It's dead. That's fine. Our winners from the last 2 weeks, RR, We technically
wow.
won on nerdy because I took profit on the majority of the position. If this goes
Yeah.
to 0, we're basically break even on the position.
Yep.
I did not play next. We took a win on Hun. Hun was a 25% win. So RR we won. Hun we won. FCX TBD. RC was a loss. NWSA.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Yeah, we won. I
Yeah.
forgot about that.
Dude, yeah.
That is such a forgettable name. NWSA owns like the Wall Street Journal. It's Rupert Murdoch's company. I forgot about that. I didn't even want to take it, but I think I only got like 15% on it though, because I exited a day after you did.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're doing all right. We're doing all right.
Yeah.
We're up nice on the account, and I'm actually going to pull something else open real quick because somebody was arguing with me that you need to have a high win-loss rate. No, you don't. No, you don't. Where the hell is it? I always forget where this is. I'm so...
You found it yesterday.
I know, and it took me just as long to find it. Where? Dude, I am so stupid sometimes. Like, I swear to God. Where is it? Where is it? Where are they? All right, here's our total scorecard. I just want to point this out. This is, to be fair, this is only the last 5 days. This is this week, and the vast majority of it's coming off of my spy scalps. I'll be perfectly honest about that. Our win rate's 22.22% in the last 5 days, and we're up about $300 this week. If your winners are outweighing your losers by that wide of a margin, you don't need to win every trade. So when you see people constantly spamming their Twitter feeds, these furus, about their 90% win rates, who gives a shit, man? Like, you can have a 99% win rate and lose money. It's possible. If that one loss is that big, boom, you lost money. That's why, like, I like the concept of you don't go broke taking profit. I like the notion because it you know, gets you into the habit of taking your damn profit and not getting too worried about missing out on more. But the problem with that adage is that Citrini, if you know who he is on Twitter, huge guy, really smart, really good trader. He and I had a discussion in comments a few months ago about this. You can lose money with a high win rate. Absolutely. If your losses are bigger than your wins, it's going to outweigh it. Just like in the case of our portfolio, our loss ratio outweighs our wins. We lose more than we win, but we make more money when we win than we lose. And that matters more than winning a high percentage rate. And it also helps that we're taking safer contracts. So when we do lose, it doesn't hurt much. When we win big. And that's more important than having a 100% win rate. That shit isn't, that's not even real. That's not a thing. But on that note, guys, I think we're good. We've got our account update up. We had Anthony on to give us some of his feedback. We'll definitely have him on again. Let us know in the comments on Twitter, on YouTube, wherever the hell you're watching and hanging out with us, what you liked and didn't like about today's show. Like like we talked about the last few episodes, this is kind of a trial run. It's going well. You guys are engaged, and I love that. But in the new year, I have a bunch of new stuff coming. We're going to have some new segments planned out. We're going to have more guests planned out. Let us know what you want to see, guys. Like, this is about you. We're here to teach and show how we use the tools. Show that you don't need to be a millionaire to get started in trading. We started with $1,000 on this account. When I took my first trade, my portfolio had $250 in it. Within 2 years, I ended up doing full-time for a year and then started working for Unusual Whales. You can do it. Jay-Z's full-time. Anthony's full-time. You can do it. You can learn. You can do it. It just takes time and practice. Just like for people who are chartists, flow takes screen time. But we'll be back again next week. Not on Monday, on Tuesday. Again, I'll be driving. Pay attention to the trading calendar on the Unusual Whales website. That's where I'm going to put all of our scheduled shows. And with that said, homies, I think we'll get out of your hair. Have a good rest of your day, guys. Thanks for coming.
Peace out, guys. Thank you.
Have fun, guys.
See ya.